secret tó jẹ́ pé ìwọ ló ń gbé mi ìwọ ló ń fi owó bò mí láṣìírí èmi náà dẹ̀ ń gara ipe náà èmi ni so
big boy
a lot of women will think òun ló ní but tó ìjà dé Tonto ó bọ́sítà òun sọ so definitely ọkùnrin náà fi pé the only way tóun lè fi punish ẹ mi níbẹ̀ dá sọmọ then Tonto náà wá sọ pé okay tèmi náà bá máa fi nǹkan tèmi náà máa fi punish òní ní access sọmọ yẹn tẹ mọ̀ pé ìgbà kan ọmọ yẹn débẹ̀ ó lọ change orúkọ ọmọ yẹn both of them did a lot to hurt each other kò síbi kò fi síbi kan ó wà lọ́dọ̀ ọkọ ó wà lọ́dọ̀ Churchil náà olójú níta ni she understand but àwọn méjèèjì love ara wọn but the challenges that came into the wedding both of them did not handle it well and both of them used the weapon wọ́n lè fi hurt ara wọn tó use ọmọ ọkọ náà dẹ̀ use pé òkè mi níbẹ̀ dá sọmọ yẹn the fact pé ó tiẹ̀ lọ change orúkọ ọmọ mi lọ change ẹ̀ sórúkọ ẹ̀ mi ní dá sọmọ yẹn ó ti sọ fún mi pé mi kọ́ mu lọ́mọ nìyẹn so kí wàá lọkùnrin yẹn ṣe fẹ́ máa dá sí pé òkè owó school rẹ̀ rí kìíní kan rí and as at that time tí wọ́n break up bóyá bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn gùn tí wà financially.
kò tiẹ̀ tí wà no it was this lady it was so good that was up there.
owó wo ló wá fẹ́ kọ́kọ́.
figure 50 darling.
and ìwọ náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ò ní o wá fẹ́ use it as pé okay he's an irresponsible guy rí pé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn Cherry, èmi máa ń pick nǹkan téèyàn bá sọ. The guy said he was the most happiest guy.
Mọ́mí, ṣáà bí bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́.
Monster. Kí la rí?
Kò sí bí o ṣe fẹ́ ní lọ́wọ́ tó bá jọ mọ ẹ̀ ní kó wá jẹ́ responsible tó bá yẹ 50 naira ló ní lọ́wọ́ tó bá mú 20 naira lọ́dọ̀ tó lè bu àgbà 20 naira yẹn. Ṣẹ́rí ẹ má máa sọ́kàn tó yẹ kó ní lọ́wọ́.
Sherry, I'm not in his part o. Èmi sọ fún yín pé mo ní àwọn méjèèjì ni wọ́n use weapons tó ní lọ́wọ́ fi hurt ara wọn. They did not even consider the feeling of that ohun tó wà involved. And as at that time, àwọn méjèèjì they are still young. Wọ́n handle situation àwọn méjèèjì dáadáa. Tẹ́ bá notice àfi tá a bá fẹ́ tanra wa tí break up bá ṣẹlẹ̀ láàárín two couples àwọn ọmọ ló máa ń jìyà.
100%.
I am a victim of the same thing. I am a victim tí mo sọ fún yín. Because ìkan máa ní òkè ò ní rọmọ yẹn kì í ṣe pé ìfẹ́ yẹn ló pọ̀ to that extent o they just want to use that one ní jẹ́ kó rí which is most common láàárín break up ní Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú husband and wife ọkọ ló máa jọ pé no mi ní ò ní káwọn ọmọ yẹn lọ ìmí ó kàn á gba àwọn ọmọ yẹn lọ́wọ́ owó àyẹ̀wò ní jẹ́ kó ní access sí to the point tó jẹ́ pé ìyàwó mi tó bá tún fẹ́ á máa wá fìyà jẹ àwọn ọmọ yẹn kò ní kíá á ní ìyá yín lòun fi ń jẹ yín she understand the same thing náà olùbùnú náà bá kọ́ ọmọ lọ so it's not like pé bóyá àwọn méjèèjì náà wẹ̀ mọ́ now both of them are now mature wọ́n ti realize ibi táwọn ti ṣe mistake àwọn méjèèjì ti padà calm down pé okay you know I think we have taken a wrong decision consider feelings ọmọ because ọmọ yẹn tẹ bá rí nínú write up níjọ́ birthday ó kọ́kọ́ di péjọ bẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn sọ síbẹ̀ pé ó ní kí ni ọmọ yẹn fẹ́ ó náà ń kàn stumble ọ̀tẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn kàn kọ́ sínú
journal ẹ̀
wọ́n bá ní kí wọ́n tó máa ń jot nǹkan sí ọmọ yẹn wá kọ́ síbẹ̀ I think that was what broke Tonto Dikeh pé I didn't realize pé pẹ̀lú gbogbo tí mò ń ṣe fún ọmọ ẹ̀
I was still hurting this girl this child.
ọmọ yẹn kọ́ síbẹ̀ ó padà kọ́ ọmọ yẹn kọ́ síbẹ̀ pé the best gift tí ìyá òun máa fún un tí òun expect kan náà fún òun ni kí bàbá òun wà níbẹ̀ ìjọba ẹ̀dẹ̀ o. the boy said it ọmọ ọdún mélòó ni.
10 years.
ẹ rí pé ọmọ yẹn ó kọ́ síbẹ̀ òun go stumble on it ni kì í ṣe pé bóyá ó kọ́ síbẹ̀ so you can imagine gbà mí táwọn méjèèjì ò realize pé.
kí mọ nǹkan tá a máa ń ṣe fáwọn ọmọ wa when we do all these things.
àwọn ọmọ ló máa ń jà àwọn ọmọ ló máa ń jìyà o ọmọ ló máa ń jìyà ẹ gbàgbé. Ok, ẹ wá jẹ́ kí n sọ story ẹ jẹ́ sọ story kan tàbí sí story kan fún yín bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn àwọn méjèèjì broke up ọkọ wa wò pé ọkọ yẹn kò fi ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣeré ibi ìbàyẹ̀ ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o bíi brother ló jẹ́ síbi ọmọ méjì náà ni wọ́n gbé kan wá láti Nàìjíríà wọ́n bí kan síbi do you know wípé ọkọ ìyàwó máa wá lọ sí ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní láàfíà ó máa lọ fún náà ọkọ wa pa ipe ó ní àfíà pẹ̀lú best man ẹni tó ṣe best man jọ wedding wọn àṣàwọn méjèèjì ń fẹ́ra wọn ìgbà tí mọ̀dà máa ń gbé tì irọ́ ọmọ ọmọ òní ọmọ
ẹ máa tọ́
bọ̀dá náà ọmọ òní wọ́n ti ẹ̀ ronú lọ́bẹ̀. So ìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wá di pé ọkọ wá ìyàwó wá kí ìgbójúbọ̀ kìíní kan ṣé ẹ irú situation tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin kí lorúkọ àwọn tí wọ́n break up tí ó ń jà ràn lọ́wọ́ báyìí tí kan lọ fẹ́ ọkọ mi ṣe rí marriage ń gbà mí ọkọ àbí ìyàwó ò kí ń realize pé ìkànnù wọn ó ti kúrò ní marriage yẹn spiritually like ó kàn passion kò ní a wá rí opportunity kan a kàn capture on it obìnrin nìyẹn o ok pàtó ọ̀rọ̀ dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n fa ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn gbéra wọn lọ kóòtù kìíní kan oríṣiríṣi bọ̀dá ò fọmọ ẹ̀ ṣeré even when the children they were baby bọ̀dá ló máa ń wà tó bá lọ náà àwọn ló máa ń gbọ́mọ lọ sí kìíní wọ́n máa pọn ọmọ yẹn in the process nígbà táwọn ọmọ yẹn tí wọ́n ṣàfà lọ fàbọ̀ wọ́n break up wọ́n divorce ìyàwó gba ilé wọn tán rà ṣe mọ̀ understand àwọn náà tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ kúrò lé wọ́n lẹ́ni small thing báyìí ó ti máa pa kurukú máwọn fáwọn òkòwò obìnrin láyé àwọn pípé obìnrin gbà wọ́n létí àwọn láti like àwọn fẹ́ rí tálẹ̀ pé to the extent pé ọlọ́pàá ṣáà àwọn neighbor ọlọ́pàá sí wọn they have to like separate them and then they also pé kọ́kọ́ jáde you know the normal thing tó máa sọ pé kọ́kọ́ ṣe okay but I didn't accept wọ́n wá ń pe àwọn ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ti gbà yín àwọn ọmọ yẹn sì kéré so àwọn ọmọ yẹn was ọmọkùnrin ní second born obìnrin ní first born this thing affected this boy to the point that this boy went into deep depression.
It does have so much negative effects on the children. We don't know. So, it does. It is shocking, sis.
Wọ́n ní àwọn fẹ́ kó àwọn ọmọ jáde ọwọ́ àpè ọjọ́ make conversation ó dẹ̀ ní òkè kí bọ̀dà wá aṣọ dẹ trap lẹ̀ fún wọn ni ṣé mo bíi pé láàrin ara wa òkè wọn ti sọ bẹ̀tẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ yẹn ẹ jẹ́ kí n tiẹ̀ wà nínú life àwọn ọmọ yìí this woman bọ̀dà park sí ọ̀nà jíjìn wọn súnmọ́lé yẹn wò wọ́n park sí ọ̀nà jíjìn wá kọ̀lẹ̀ pé àwọn ti wà around ó bá wọn kó àwọn ọmọ jáde síta ẹ believe pé ń ṣe ló pọ̀lọpàá ṣá.
Imagine.
Ọ̀dà lẹ́wọ̀n o. Nítorí ọmọ o.
Hey God.
Ìgbà tó ṣàdé, wọ́n wá dé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ni wọ́n wá láwọn ṣàǹfọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n wá jíṣẹ́ fún àwọn pé kí ló máa parẹ́ pé tó o bá stop ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ máa lọ sí. Tọ́ bá tún gbé ẹ lọ sẹ́wọ̀n àwọn rí ìrànṣẹ́ pé wọ́n lè pa ẹ́ sínú ẹ̀wọ̀n yẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n àwa move kúrò ní Chicago, wọ́n wá move lọ sí Texas. That was how she was. Àwọn náà wá fi tọmọdé ẹ̀mọ̀ bí bọ́rọ̀ yẹn ṣe dùn wọ́n sí pé tọmọ bá dàgbà.
Àwa bọ̀ bàbẹ́.
Àwọn olè wá para wọn. That was the mistake brother made. Okay, but àwa assume wọ́n tiẹ̀ wá mọ̀ pé in the process ọmọ yẹn fi ń grow táwọn ọmọ yẹn dàgbà ìyá ọmọ ti ń ṣe self harm yẹn boy.
Oh God.
And she did not mention it to brother. But that was like táwọn bá gbá ní òsì kí ní ṣe àmọ́ ìgbà yẹn kò tí àwọn ọmọ ò tí ì lásẹ̀sì sí fóònù so tó bá máa pè àwọn òun náà máa pè ọmọ yẹn wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe to cut a long story short this boy eventually killed himself.
Ó parẹ́ ọ má sọ sí bí wọ́n máa
yẹ́ ẹ lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ yẹ́ ẹ ló ń gbé.
Tá bá sọ orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa restrict wa. Yé ló fi parẹ́ ẹ̀.
Ó wá fi kọ́ fan ó wá tọ́ fan yẹn. Òun ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ yí pé ọmọ ti ṣe kínní ọmọ ti ṣe òun dé láàárọ̀ ọmọ ti ṣe bóyá òrùbù whatever pàtó wá wò pé mọ́tò ọmọ yìí wà ń ta pé
Jesus ọlọ́run má jẹ́
àrí pé ilẹ̀kùn tó máa ṣílẹ̀kùn báyìí òpó ọmọ yẹn ló bá ń bẹ̀. Now bọ̀dá sun ẹkún tí kì í ṣe pé ẹkún kékeré because this guy is just too simple. Okay pàtó ọ̀rọ̀ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ bọ̀dá làwọn tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó ní depression to the point of ọmọ yìí ń ṣe self-harm ọmọ yìí ti ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi wọ́n ti ń admit ẹ̀ sí hospital báwọn ò mọ̀. Meanwhile nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ó hurt àwọn ọmọ ṣẹlẹ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ ló wà ìlú this woman was not even considering wípé ńgbà tí ọmọ yẹn wá kú ibi tí mo lọ gangan this boy wrote a note Only I won't get deep into went into depression because only favorite bàbá ẹ̀. Bọ̀dá máa kàn án máa gbé lọ so máa gbé pé ìgbà tí bàbá àwọn àti ìyá àwọn tán break up ó affect òun. Nígbà unfortunately àwọn méjèèjì ò care to see. Because the mother gave the boy the impression pé bàbá ni ò fẹ́ rí. Because a lot of women do a lot of stuff. Pé bàbá ẹ̀ ni ò kí à ń pa ẹ̀ òun ni ò ṣe bọ́dà náà gbọ́ èyí pé òun ló ti jẹ́ kí wọ́n ti fún bọ̀dá ní condition.
Wọ́n ti restrain wọn kó má wá síbẹ̀.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ tán ọmọ ẹ̀ wá kọ note yẹn long note ó wá kọ sílẹ̀. Because I did not have a father figure in his life. That was why he eventually said, what the heck am I doing? Who do I look up to? 21 years old boy, 2015. This boy by himself. She understand. So in the process, it wasn't like, but that has to like move away from Chicago to Texas, buy another house and start all over again.
In as much as I'm a woman, but my support to say woman, Okotomo no get here or no direction. I know my coach. She's not that boss.
So ìyẹn mo sọ fún yín wípé when this couple tó bá break up, ìyá àwọn ọmọ ló máa ń forí fọ́.
100%.
Àwọn náà máa jẹ ìyá bẹ̀. Some parents don't even think about it. They are just concentrating on hurting each other. Hurting each other yẹn ló wà lórí ọkàn.
Revenge. It's all about revenge.
Exactly. So àwọn dàbẹ̀ ní pé ìkan ò ṣe ìkan yẹ kó má kẹ́. Ìgbà tí nǹkan bá ti mú ipe kọ́nà ọmọ àtìyàn mọ́lé. I have seen some couples like that. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ní ìlú òyìnbó obìnrin ló ní upper hand.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Obìnrin ló ní upper hand. So in the process kí ló fẹ́ ṣe? In fact bọ̀dà kéèké mo rò pé àwọn pé táwọn bá mọ̀ àwọn ò bá ti gbéra àwọn padà lọ sí pọ̀ pé but tàwọn jíṣẹ́ fáwọn pé
káwọn
sọ blame wọn mo ní iṣẹ́ wo wèrè wo ló jíṣẹ́ fún yín pé kẹ má kẹ fà àwọn ọmọ sílẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ ti wá ń dàgbà àwọn ọmọ ti ní access sí phone tẹ́ lè fi pè wọ́n níbi táwọn ti ṣe ní ṣe é rí i pé a lot of people do a little the same thing náà ní Tonto àti bọ̀bọ̀ yìí. Now those are the things tó jẹ́ pé obìnrin ṣe máa ń takú síbẹ̀ ìpè bo lòun ti fẹ́ lọ financially tó bá wà okay where is she gonna go with 4 kids? Ṣé làwọn parents ẹlòmíì kì í ṣe pé wà well to do now? Not all of them ló wà well to do not all of them ẹlòmíì bọ̀ọ̀lì ló ń tà àwọn kan ń rọ́mọjọ́ wọ́n kàn bá ti bá wọn sùn wọ́n kàn máa bí wọn lọ ní jẹ̀rẹ́rẹ́ nígbà tó wàhálà bá wá ṣẹlẹ̀ tán wọn ò ní choice wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wọ́n á ṣe kíni wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní forífo ńbo ló fẹ́ lọ. Ìsàbísí ńbo ló fẹ́ lọ ẹ̀ lè fi tó ìlú òyìnbó ẹ̀ lè fi George Naija situation lò. Ṣé gbogbo people.
Ṣé gbogbo content victory I'm not against it to some extent but ṣé mo pé people like my grandmother and my mother said people like in their 70s or 80s now or 90s and Tonto Dikeh set it with the 60, 70 and 80 children because of the so-called Pentecostalism and alakoweism. Àti fili ọkọlẹ̀ Abẹ́òkúta lèmi tí wọ́n mú dẹ̀mọ́dé ẹ̀pá Lagos Island. Ẹ máa rí grandma ó bímọ fún bàbá 6 ọkọ 6 ni. Wọ́n dẹ̀ live life àwọn ọmọ wọn dẹ̀ yàn wọ́n yanjú.
Kì í ṣe we are not built the same way sister Bisi.
No, I'm telling you.
We are not brought up the same way.
Ṣẹ́rí torí ẹ̀ tẹ bá notice ẹ torí ọkùnrin Èkìtì àbí Oǹdó kan tó fi ọmọ Abẹ́òkúta àbí Ìjẹ̀bú àbọ̀mọ Èkó máa ń pẹ́. They label us, they stigmatize us káàkiri gbélé ọkùnrin. To pay can put up with the bullshit. I don't know when that, but I know three people Ìjẹ̀bú, Ẹ̀gbá, and
grandma tèmi tí Ìjẹ̀bú-Òkúta ni mo sì mi. Grandma tèmi gan ló tẹ̀lé ìyá mi tó lọ kẹ́rù Èkó bẹ̀.
Ìjẹ̀bú-Òkúta wo mo láì dá ṣẹṣẹ agbélé tó máa lọ lọ́kùnrin.
And that thing really hurt my dad. Like, why would you do that?
Ìjọba ní Abẹ́òkúta ṣẹṣẹ alágbélé tó máa rọ̀ tó ní ilé mo ṣúbẹ̀. That's why in Lagos Island wà á rí àǹtí kan cousin daddy ẹ̀kọ́ àbí ìtàn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó bá máa gbọ́ màmá àṣàlẹ̀ màmá aláṣẹ ọkọ 6 ni màmá aláṣẹ ìyá àṣàlẹ̀ tápà ọkọ 4 ni ìyá àṣàlẹ̀ wọ́n tún lásọkọ tó fẹ́ gan wọ́n lè mo ti rẹ̀ pé ó bí wọn méjì síbí kan ó dẹ̀ padà lọ bí wọn mẹ́tò tó wá padà wá bá bàbá tó kọ́kọ́ bí àkọ́bí ẹ̀fọ́.
àìmọye ń ṣẹlẹ̀ dáadáa nísàlẹ̀ èkó
àti ọmọwé àtọ̀làjú òṣì yìí
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
àwọn apostolic ló kọ́kọ́ dá kínní ẹlẹ̀ àwọn aráàlú òkè náà máa sọ pé àwọn Èkó àwọn Abẹ́òkúta Ìjẹ̀bú ń gbélé ọkọ that stigmatization ló wáyé pé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ late 70s 80s ní wọ́n fẹ́ kú sílé ọkọ lọ́jọ́ Romeo fi máa kú sí àti this àwọn this redeemed ọlọ́dà àgbọ̀gbọ̀ Pentecostal church yìí
Why nearly? Yeah, right.
Yes. Let's assume pé Abẹ́òkúta Ìjẹ̀bú, but ṣé mọ̀ pé so many states tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí wọ́n believe in that. Ṣé mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀?
Believe nítorí ẹ̀ náà ọmọ ṣe kú sílé ọkọ.
So èmi wá sọ fún pé stigmatization yẹn. Okay, Sidabisi, let me say ẹni tó wà not really in the.
But what if the ex doesn't want to take responsibility but want to have access to the kids? You make them have, responsibility. Let them be responsible for it if they have the money.
Tó wà níbẹ̀ bóyá ọkọ, let me say iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe, ó ń ṣe driver. Báwọn tó ń pò iná máa ń.
Only let him have her sex.
Okay. Ọkọ ìyàwó ń ta, ó kàn máa ń dín bọ́ọ̀lì ta wájú ilé. Tẹ bá máa wọ ọmọ, ó ti bímọ bíi 6.
Àti lábẹ́ ọ̀tẹ̀ bá ti fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kéde kọ́ mi.
Kọkùnrin yẹn kó máa lù kó fẹ́ lù pa, ẹjọ́ mo ló fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ 6 lọ.
Àwọn ọlọ́kọ̀ọ́kọ́ jo tí tẹ bá fẹ́ rí ẹ̀ṣẹ́
èmi sọ fún torí èmi ti rí gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, ibo ló fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ 4 lọ.
Àǹtí most of our ten sọ yìí náà wọ́n lè wà nílé.
Okay, sis.
Tọ́ndà tó ta bọ̀ọ̀lì ẹ̀pà gbogbo kìíní yẹn some of them àwọn náà gbọ́ bùkátà àdágbé àdáfà ni o ọkọ̀ òfowó jẹ́lẹ̀ sí most of them nílé o. Ṣé fẹ́ bá wọn.
Ṣé mo pé mo ń sọ fún mo ní home training ló tún matter. Some parents will know wípé ó ń pàṣẹ ọmọ wọn. Má padà wá síbí o, bóní kí n ti rí. Káwọn èèyàn máa bú mi, ìpọ́kọ mi, ọmọ mi jalè mọ́ṣú, kìnìkan. And àwọn ọmọ mi wọ́n ti gbé sí wọn lórí pé.
Ruthless, they do have.
Sherry Nigerians, we are so gullible. To the extent pé ẹlòmíì á ṣe nǹkan mi bẹ́ẹ̀ máa wò ṣé mo lè fi orí títí ẹrù nǹkan ni.
Sherry kọ́tẹ́ yìí sọ yẹn most of our church Sherry lẹ́mìtẹ̀ society.
Then church tún play a bigger role.
Àwọn ìkẹ́kẹ́ gbọ́ church tó máa ń ṣe kinní yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn apostolic Àgbàlá Ìtura àwọn náà máa ń ṣe kinní yẹn tó bẹ́ẹ̀ sáà kinní yẹn ti kọ́ mọ́ sáà lókè láti Ìbàdàn dáwọ́ọ̀dù láti Ìbàdàn wá sí Èkó àwọn tèmi ò wọ́n yàrá ìyá ẹ̀ wọ́n fi yàrá ilé fẹ́sibẹ̀ àfẹ́sùn wọ́n fọ́ kọ́lẹ̀ ní yàrá kan mi wọ́n kọ́ lórí yàrá kejì ni. Wọn ò mọ láìda. Tẹ bá dẹ̀ tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbọ́ pé tó bá dàbí rọ́ tẹ bá lọ sẹ́kù ẹ lọ sí magistrate court ní Ìbàdàn Abẹ́òkúta lókèlè wo ẹ lọ magistrate court lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àbí Agége gbogbo àwọn síkírà lábẹ́ gáyé lábẹ́ kínní tí Kàmọ́rù fọ̀gánáísà tí ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa àwọn tó fi kọ́ fún wọn lẹ̀. Òkè tó wà fún ọ̀tẹ̀ bá lọ Nàìjíríà ní tó wà magistrate court ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo sọ.
Ó máa ń fọ́ ní tẹ́ bá lọ sí kóòtù wọn tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́rọ̀ ọ̀dọ̀rùn tó.
Èmi kàn sọ ni pé ṣé ní situation tó máa ń fà táwọn máa ń fọkàn máa ó pè mórí kan lẹ́yìn.
Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn ẹlòmíì sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀yàn kan ti bọ́lẹ̀ sígbà tó ń ráyè sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí Ladbell kọ́kọ́ sáré sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí Ladbell so we can always have interactive thing. Yeah. Ladbell wants to talk now. Ẹ kálẹ́ mà, ẹ kálẹ́ sis.
Ìkàlẹ̀ ṣe rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ti Tonto yìí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí lady kan níbí báyìí náà ṣe rí ìgbà míì wà téèyàn bá wà nílé ọkọ tó jẹ́ pé tó fẹ́ ọkùnrin tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ ògbóró nìwọ wá fẹ́ ọkùnrin tí ò tó ẹ wá ti fi prostrate ẹ sójú gbogbo aráyé pé òun ló ra Lamborghini fún mi òun ló ṣe gbá ọmọ Ọbásanjọ́ ni ọmọ kinní kan ni tíjà wá ṣẹlẹ̀ ìwọ ló tún bọ́ta ó ló ṣe ẹ kò ń ṣe ọmọ cousin Ọbásanjọ́ kò lówó ìwọ ló ń bọ ìwọ ló ń ra mọ́tò fún ìwọ ló ń ṣe gbá kí la fẹ́ believe ìwọ ló ti kọ́kọ́ pọ̀ tó ìbòbọ́ ìpè olówó ni ọmọ àbúrò Ọbásanjọ́ ni adẹ̀rí pé wọn ò fojú jọra wọn ò dẹ̀ fẹ̀kẹ́ jọra wọn gan kò síbi kan tó fi jọ bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ òkè gbogbo ìgbà yẹn dẹ̀ ní ayé Tonto wà ń ta ni ayé wà ń ta fúlì ni ó ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ kò sí tí ò ṣe kò tí ì ready marriage yẹn then and again ìgbà tó wá rí pé ibi tó ń lọ yìí kò sí nǹkan kan bí òun lòun gbé òun lòun ṣe bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn dẹ̀ ní ojú ẹ̀ náà wà ń ta. lẹ́yìn tó kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé wọ́n lọ fine it can be bó ṣẹ́yìn rí Tonto bí èèyàn gidi ń gbà yẹn ni gbogbo nǹkan ló ń ṣe ń gbà orí ẹ̀gán kò lójú nǹkan yìí lọ so kò rẹ́dì ìgbà tó wá rí pé òun ti òun mà àti ẹ̀ ti ó ti mature díẹ̀ o ó ti wú pé kò má sí
but Label, I disagree with you on that too. Label, mo disagree. Sherigba, even though she was doing all those things, she still loved that guy, honestly. Oh, you love it. At least
she loved that guy àti àjọkọ kí èèyàn kan mú àbúrò yín bọ́ta ẹni sùúrù kéèyàn kan mú àbúrò yín bọ́ta ó tú gbogbo òwò ẹ̀ síta ẹ ló love irú love wèrè wo ni ẹ ṣé ni láti ń love kí ẹ sọ yìí.
èmi nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ sí because nǹkan tẹ̀ ẹ má bínú nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ sí ni pé whatever their situation is I don't wanna like say pé castigate either of the two.
Like castigate ní kàn mọ́rọ̀ bọ̀ ni mi tí castigate yóò kọ́kọ́ the mistake has already wà ló wà.
POV ni is matter of prayer àlè lóko ṣọmọ dáadáa lórí àlè personal experience pẹ̀lú ẹ̀.
ẹ wò má ẹ jẹ́ kí mi sọ opinion tèmi lè ní sọ ẹ ti sọ.
ẹ kàn sọ tí wọn go on sis.
èmi ò ní pé a máa blame tó ń sọ pé fault yẹn ti wà látọwọ́
láti ilẹ̀.
number one fault tó wọ èèyàn tó kọ́kọ́ wà ní Tonto ìwọ ló mú bọ̀bọ̀ ìwá síta ìwọ ló sọ fún pé ọmọ Ọbásanjọ́ ni ìwọ ló lẹ́yìn live fine ní Ghana ẹ̀ ń ṣe gbá ẹ̀ ń ṣàwọ̀ ìwọ ló gbé síta ló polówó bọ̀bọ̀ ẹ̀ fún wa àwọn ò mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ìwọ náà ló tún bọ́ síta tó tún sọ pé 2 million Indomie ni kò ṣe dáadáa kò ṣe kinní kan fine so nísìnyí nǹkan tẹ́mi kàn fi dunú pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ níṣẹ́ rí tí obìnrin bá fi ọkọ sílẹ̀ tó lọ tó bá ṣe dáadáa lọkùnrin lè lóun fẹ́ padà wá fún nọ́mbà one torí pé ó ṣe dáadáa ń sìn ó jẹ́ èèyàn gidi láwùjọ ni bọ̀bọ́ yẹn gan fi lè lóun fẹ́ gbà padà tó bọ́ pẹ́ kó fẹ́ gbà padà because ó ti yàgbẹ́ sí church nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn ìyẹn ò lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́n tèmi àkóṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fàbúrò mi kò lè tún kó fẹ́ wá sínú marriage yẹn ò bá bímọ 6 that's my own opinion ó ti yé yín ó bá ti bọ̀bọ́ yẹn jẹ́ òkè bọ̀bọ́ ti wà ní standard tó wà òkè sìn ó dẹ̀ ti gba Jésù gbọ́ Ọlọ́run á bẹ̀ ṣe bọ̀bọ́ fẹ́ padà kún sí tó bá mo mọ̀ pé tẹ́ bá wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń jọ bẹ́ẹ̀dì ọmọ yẹn àwọn pípò yẹn máa padà sẹ́ẹ̀ so nǹkan yẹn ní ìdí ọ̀dà wọn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ajíbolè òun náà wá jí ọkọ gbé ni ọwọ́ ẹ tó ti jí gbé ìyẹn dẹ̀ tún ti ṣoríire jù ẹ lọ. ẹni tó rí kọrin tó fẹ́ kú pẹ̀lú ẹ o ọwọ́ ẹni tó ti sọnù nǹkan. ó dẹ̀ lóun ti gba Jésù sáyé ẹ̀ ó ti di pásítọ̀ ó ti gba Jésù sáyé ẹ̀ sọ.
àǹtí yẹn láìsí rárá o.
àbí ẹ tó ti àbí ẹ tó rí kọrin tó fẹ́ kú pẹ̀lú ẹ o ọwọ́ ẹni tó ti sọnù nǹkan.
Concentrate on making something out of yourself.
Atọ́kùnrin o, àtobìnrin, don't let a man meet you where he left you as a man.
Kẹrẹ́ mi ìgbà tí mo separate pẹ̀lú ex mi. Inú wípé kí làwọn èèyàn máa sọ mo wà ní marriage tó yẹ kí n ti kúrò bóyá bíi 5 years mo dẹ̀ lo 12 years I'm above 50 ẹ kàn lè rojú mi pé look younger mo wà nínú mo pé kí làwọn èèyàn máa sọ ibo ni mo ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ dúró sínú relationship yẹn for 12 solid years ni mo waste ìgbà tí mo lọ tí mo discover ara mi tí mo di èèyàn padà. He wants to even come back lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí mo ti lọ fẹ́lò ní ìṣe because mo ṣe dáadáa ni tọkùnrin bá fi obìnrin sílẹ̀ òun láti ṣe dáadáa tọkùnrin yẹn máa fi ní ìwò pé mo ti sọ ọ̀nà o gbọ́dọ̀ because obìnrin tó bá ní ìwà tó dáa ló fẹ́ dúró lé ọkọ pé jẹ́ ẹ máa gbogbo nǹkan tó bá ń ṣe ṣáàjẹ́ ẹ máa gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ kò ń ṣe wílíyìn àwọn ẹlòmíì náà fi ń dúró wọ́n máa wò pé kí làwọn ayé fẹ́ sọ tí ayé fẹ́ sọ ló máa ń jẹ́ kí
àwọn ẹkọbìnrin mi dúró for a long time.
relationship marriage ni ò yẹ kó gbà. tí èèyàn bá wá dúró nínú kí ni ayé fẹ́ sọ yẹn nọ́mbà one tó bá ti kọ́kọ́ step out mo step out báyìí 2 solid years mo ò ní anything láti ṣe pẹ̀lú ọkùnrin anything mo start láti ní I want to know if you can build yourself.
tí àwọn èèyàn wọ̀ kì í máa ń notice ẹlòmíì tó bá wà ní ọkọ kò lè jẹ́ èèyàn láyé.
because òun ò fẹ́ ṣe ṣẹ́rí
ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ experience wọn ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ experience wọn lábẹ́ ẹ fún wa lẹ́ experience yín sódà á lè.
wọ́n bá wà pẹ̀lú ọkùnrin tó bá jẹ́ hypocrite tó bá jẹ́ pé ó ti wò pé tó bá lówó kò ní láìkè ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn ọkùnrin míì wà wọ́n máa láìkè kí wọ́n mú obìnrin sábẹ́ pé even tó bá ní àìdíà tó fi lè dolówó àpẹyà irọ́ o má tiẹ̀ dolówó ni ṣáwà ló ń dà mí ìka ọkùnrin ló máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ òun ní irú relationship tí obìnrin yẹn bá wá kúrò ń bẹ tó lọ discover rẹ̀ tó wá di èèyàn ọkùnrin yẹn máa fẹ́ padà because ó ti jẹ́ èèyàn kò ń ṣe gbogbo ọkùnrin míì ló máa fẹ́ kí obìnrin di èèyàn lábẹ́ òun ṣó ti yé yín so nísìn Tonto mo bá yọ̀ ń sìn because number one ó ti gba Jésù sáyé ẹ̀ ṣé èèyàn tó lọ yọ̀ di bọ́ǹbọ̀n tó ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ ó rí pé ó ti dèèyàn dé pé ó yọ ẹ̀hún ni mo gbọ́ pọ́n ló ṣe bọ́ǹbọ̀n ó tún lọ yọ bọ́ǹbọ̀n mo rò pé ok ó ti gba Jésù sáyé ẹ̀ ó gba Jésù sáyé ẹ̀ because ó ti ríta ó ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ti lówó ó wò pé ọkùnrin ló kù òun kan ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ìdẹ̀ lòun àti ẹjọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ òun dẹ̀ ló gbé tí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì bá ti lówó lẹ́yìn wípé ó bá Tonto ṣe ló fi wà nínú ayé ó ti wà ní gírèdì ibi tó wà ń sìn òun náà ní ìdí èèyàn tó wà lókè èyí tó wá ń ṣe àtàmà my brother ní tẹ́lẹ̀ ló kọ́kọ́ sọ fún wa a gbọ́ gbogbo story ẹ̀ gbogbo aláwa lórí social media a gbọ́ brother mi ni.
No, we are not sure they are coming back, but rumor has it, so we just assuming.
Yes. No, we were just saying it that even though they come back, Tonto Dikeh ti ready she's the house material wife and so ti ready. Number one, ó ti gba Jésù sáyé ẹ̀ lásán.
Okay, go on, Emma, sorry.
So ó ti di ìyàwó sì di ọkùnrin lè fẹ́ ó ti gbórí ẹ̀ wálẹ̀ ó ti gba Jésù sáyé ẹ̀ so if they want to come back fine they are good to come back tí the other one yẹn ló gbé because òun ló mọ nǹkan tó wá jágbà òun dẹ̀ ni ò mọ́ lò because ohun tó wá jágbà ló já mọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́ so if they come back there is nothing bad in that for Tonto Dikeh and Churchil to come back wọ́n jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni gbogbo fake life tí Churchil live fine ṣé ọkùnrin yẹn náà ṣé òun náà wá jẹ́ èèyàn gidi ni èèyàn mélòó ló ti bímọ fún èèyàn mẹ́rin obìnrin ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ mẹ́ta ló ti bímọ fún etí Tonto bá lóun fẹ́ gbà padà pé kọjọ ṣọkọ àtìyàwó because òun náà ti rí pé òun ò rí èèyàn gidi níta tó lè fẹ́ pẹ̀lú gbogbo crazy lifestyle ni so bó ṣe jọ wà fáwọn méjèèjì yẹn but obìnrin tó bá ti fọkọlẹ̀ discover rẹ̀ jẹ́ èèyàn tó bá ti jẹ́ èèyàn wá tún rí ẹlòmíì gbọ̀nsẹ̀ tó tún máa tún ju owó kọ́ ló máa tún sunkún pé kí ló dé tí mi ò ṣe ti kúrò níbi tí mo wà tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo kàn hara mi mọ́ bẹ̀ because in tí ayé fẹ́ sọ ló fi jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn máa ṣe pé ṣé mi wá ní máa jẹ́ Mrs. Ambode mọ́ mi wá ní máa jẹ́ Mrs. Fashola mọ́ orúkọ òṣì tó ń jẹ́ kí gbogbo wọn para wọn dànù nìyẹn ní orúkọ pé mo fẹ́ jẹ́ Mrs. lágbájá òde ṣe nǹkan kan ṣe rí ètò bá wọn kan sọ pé àwọn aráàlú òyìnbó single mother kìíní kan àwọn tí ò fẹ́ kú ló di single mother torí kó má bàa èyí tó bá dẹ̀ lóun fẹ́ kú lé ọkọ tó ń fẹ́ dúró torí kó fẹ́ jẹ́ Mrs. Fashola torí kó fẹ́ jẹ́ Mrs. Fashola àwọn ni Ọlọ́run máa ń dẹ́mi wọn ní kúkúrú Ọlọ́run oníṣẹ́ mi wá ní kúkúrú ẹ̀rù mo dúró náà.
Our God, society wa and we the women wàhálà wa pọ̀ ó ní márèjì kan ọlọ́dà ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ méjì mi kọ́ máa sọ mí di ìyá jẹ ó ní nǹkan tí mo máa ń ṣáìdà àwọn méjèèjì báyìí ni pé mo fọ́mọ yẹn ní 5 years lọ́dọ̀ èmi lọ́dọ̀ òdìríngì gbogbo ṣì tọmọ yẹn náà púlọ̀ pẹ̀lú tó fẹ́ community dig tó ní potential tó lè di brand fúnra rẹ̀ but ó pa start ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀
nítorí ọkùnrin
àti kó máa tẹ̀lé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn káàkiri torí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn náà kò parí school tiẹ̀ kó máa tẹ̀ tí ó bá fẹ́ níṣẹ́ wa máa tẹ̀lé káàkiri ìjọba dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ bíbá yìí àwọn supporter club ọmọ àwọn yìí jẹ bíi kíní ni wọn ò ní jẹ́ so women discover ẹ̀ irú ìyàwó church yẹn tó wá pò náà níṣẹ́ gidi lọ́wọ́ gbà tó fẹ́ bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn kó má joyè alábọ̀dé ayọ̀ wọn báràkì kò ní yọlẹ̀ mi ò lè kó ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kan máa fẹ́.
mi ò tiẹ̀ rí nínú films gan mọ́ mi ò ń rí.
tó ti máyò ti di ìyàwó ọ̀gá àwọn náà ti di assurance àwọn náà ti di lọ́dọ̀ òdìríngì.
ẹ ṣe.
Women discover yourself. Take care of yourself, concentrate on yourself. Kí ló ti wá fún wa ní impression pé obìnrin dábàá like we have to identify with marriage is a good thing. but don't cut yourself short. Kí ló fẹ́ ní pressure pé star gan ti ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ star gan ti ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tàtọ́kọ ẹ̀ kí ló fẹ́ ní pressure pé òun kò fẹ́ di president pé o lè jẹ president ìlú tá a wà yẹn. So one is like even tẹ bá notice tẹ mo ṣe wọn bí mo bí mo ti sọ kí ni tẹ bá wọn ní oṣù association yìí gan nínú WhatsApp group yìí tó bá fẹ́ contest kẹ tó rí obìnrin láàrin wa we be so brainwashed tẹ bá rí obìnrin láàrin akọ́ tó volunteer tó bá rí holy girl school ni kọ́ tó volunteer kò fẹ́ contest presidency nírí wọn secretary treasurer vice president ọmọ máa lọ fún ó ká mi lára lásìkò mo sọ fún kan náà gbogbo ṣé wọ́n ṣe pẹ̀fẹ́ yìí obìnrin orí platform yìí.
kẹ má tiẹ̀ jáde pé iná fẹ́ ṣe ẹ fẹ́ jáde fún kínní.
It's not them, it's the way we've been brainwashed, the way we're called, like we've been programmed to be an appendix of a man. Níbo kí tó kọ Nàìjíríà mo fẹ́ tì mí mọ́ nígbà mo wà yunifásitì mo lọ police station àdúgbò mo fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀lì èèyàn wọ́n ní mi ò lè bẹ́ẹ̀ tó pé mo jóbìnrin mo takú sí police station mo ní kó gbé constitution tó sọ wípé mi ò lè bẹ́ẹ̀lì èèyàn torí obìnrin wá pé tó pé mo jóbìnrin kó gbé jáde lọ́nà tó fẹ́ tèmi náà mo ní kó kó jọ ti gbogbo amọ́lé mo gbẹ́ níyẹn jáde kí tó kò mẹ́jọ yẹn o. Bọ̀ bí mo ṣe àwọn tẹ́bára àwọn èèyàn wa náà ló ti wọ̀ wàhálà àwọn ọmọbìnrin ti pọ̀ jù kí n ti ego wàhálà àwọn ọmọbìnrin ti pọ̀ jù. Why? We be program our female children and we be program and brainwash them to be an appendix that they can't be anything in life unless they attach their name to a man. Even where destiny of me go the destiny of Koelo. If you tell them fake below go. Oh, Jubiti, oh, one of boy in the name of marriage, or in the name of Dodo Diringi, a court is destiny in short. Marriage is a good thing. But don't sell yourself short. Try to aim for the best, to tap to your full potential. And our big one, we need to stop all this thing. We program our girls. Go back to your own student association or continue so you. If you start noticing it. If you can ládùúgbò kọkẹ jẹ́ lálejò ládùúgbò tẹ́bá landlord association àwọn ọkùnrin táwọn bí bá fẹ́ sọ wọn ní kíni ìṣe obìnrin ẹgbẹ́ mi ló àbíra obìnrin ẹgbẹ́ mi tí mo ralẹ̀ tí mo náà ralẹ̀ sí street ẹ̀yà wèrè ni.
Dàpọ̀ Witless fẹ́ sọ kankan.
Títì náà ló wà l'Amẹ́ríkà yìí náà. Títì náà ló wà l'Amẹ́ríkà yìí o.
In as much as we need to be very careful. In as much as we are trying to say, women discover yourself, we cannot overemphasize the positive impact that a good marriage has on the individuals involved. Because today we keep shouting, discover yourself, do this. Who are the men destroying these marriages? We are the one giving birth to them, and we are the one raising them. So if the last generation failed to raise the kind of men that we want, then the onus is on us now to raise our sons right. And I keep saying something, you don't have to go through a divorce for you to discover yourself, because I realize that it's a pattern in the African setting. Once they are divorced or they become single mothers, that's when they remember they should have gone back to school. Why didn't you discover yourself while you were in that marriage? Did it have to take you being divorced or separated for you to wake up that you had to become something?
Because marriage, some men will not allow you. If you want to discover yourself, why would you allow you?
Can I finish? That was why I said, if you listen to me, if our mothers made that mistake of raising those kind of men that these women ended up with, it is now on us not to repeat the same mistake. Because all of us sat here discussing today, I'm sure some of us as God's sons. And if you do not intentionally raise these boys well, God forbid the same pattern repeats in the next generation. If you raise a son well, why would that son feel threatened by his wife improving himself? A man that refuses for you to improve yourself, what does that tell you? It simply tells you he has got inferiority complex. He's threatened by your success. And that has got nothing to do with that marriage. It has got a lot to do with his upbringing and background. And I think to tell you here today that while you were dating, because sometimes we need to balance this thing up. While you were dating, because it wasn't like you met that man today and you married him today.
What do people do when they are courting? What do people do when they are dating? Is it just to go out and eat, then sleep with yourselves? No. That is
Auntie,
the
they
process.
do, Auntie,
That,
most people do
please,
that.
I don't want to lose my chain of thought, man. Sorry. That is the process where you begin to ask very, very sensitive and intelligent questions. I'm not saying this because of us now, but we can take it back onto our children. If you've got children that are 18, 19, 20, 25, you sit them down. Dating is not all about going to the cinema. It's not all about going to eat. If you know this is somebody I might likely end up with, there are some very vital questions you need to ask. There are some vital questions you need to put on the table. How does this person see my career? What does this person think about me progressing? If these were things that you had discussed or you saw while you were dating that person, then it's now up to you if you decide to end up with that same person that you've seen that is not so crazy about your career. So whatever you see in that marriage is your responsibility, and you should take the fault. Because sometimes we put so much blame and we begin to speak, but sometimes we need to get to the point that we take accountability and responsibility for some decisions we've made in our lives. And that's why I say to women sometimes, we are enablers of the way these men treat us. Whether we like it or not, we can keep going about giving excuses, trying to push the blame, but sometimes we enable these men. While you're dating, while you're seeing a man, except you're not a smart and intelligent person, you would see some things. It might not be 100%, but you will pick some things that will tell you in the future, what does this person say about career? How many kids? Because I don't understand, in 2026, why would a sane person want to have 6, 7 children? That alone, the foundation is shaking. Having children is not all about money. I tell people all the time, you have to be stable psychologically, spiritually, financially. Do not have the children you cannot cater for in those 3 aspects. So when people keep saying, I couldn't leave the marriage, I had so many children, that was on you. It is nobody's fault. You decided to have 6 children. Do not blame anybody for it. Because if you have 2, 3 children and something happens, you know that you can manage 2 that you have. But I realize that because of the background we come from, because we listen so much to the pastors, I tell people all the time, your pastor is not a counselor. They are not educated to hold your hand through some things. They can only spiritually pray for you. But when some certain things happen, that is why people go to uni to study counseling. That is their job. So many Africans are scared to walk into a counseling room. They don't want to pay. Even when you offer them free session, they don't want to go. They will tell you, why should I go and sit in front of another human being and be telling the person my problem? Who told you that person is just a human being? That is somebody that studied for 4 years to guide you. But all these things, we don't take advantage of it. So we need to, in as much as we shout and we advocate for women to do well, my message is you don't have to wait till there is an issue for you to do well. And if you are in the dating circle right now, take this message from here. These are things you should discuss. These are things you should discuss with who you're dating at the moment. Touch his brain, ask some questions, hear what he would say. From the kind of answers and response he gives you, you would see how he feels about a woman's growth. Some men will push you to do well. Some men will limit you. The more you try to stand, the more they pull you down. And that is because they are threatened. They feel if you do better than them, they won't be able to control you. But why would a sane man want to control another human being? Marriage is partnership, not a master and a boss relationship. So when you see men that believe so much in control, that is a man you should be very, very careful and think twice before you marry him. So when these things happened. It has happened. We've moved on. It has passed our generation. It's now us reflecting, using our own life to raise our boys and our girls. These horrible men we keep shouting, they didn't fall from heaven. Some mothers raised them. They didn't drop. And it simply tells you their mothers did terrible jobs. And it would be very bad for us to repeat the same thing. If we don't learn from our own life, reflect on it, we would repeat the same thing with our boys. And God forbid, the boys we're having in this Gen Z should be worse than their fathers. So teach boys, being successful is not gender-based. It's not. A woman can be successful. A man can be successful. It doesn't have to be a man. And it starts from the home. Even before they start to date. All these things start from when they are young. Life is not all about running around for money. You would have that money and look back into your children and realize that you're raising little monsters. I work with children and I know what I'm saying. A lot of African parents in the UK believe once their children look good, the uniform is clean, the hair is nicely made, that is parenting. So many parents are clueless. I'm sorry to say. And when you send them off to parenting class, they are grumbling just because they don't want to cancel a bloody shift. You can't do these things. There are resources to help you. You are refusing to take these resources. What else do you want? A lot of parents don't even know how to be parents. I'm telling you. They are raising children that a lot of them don't even know their kids. You sit in an assessment with a child, especially those ones between the ages of 13 and 18. Oh my God. Where their hormones is everywhere. They don't even understand what is happening in their body. They don't understand what is happening in their body. And even the mom is clueless. The mom is chasing shifts. The mom is chasing money. And when you sit down to assess these children, some of them will say to you, they would not speak to you if their mom is sat there. And sometimes the mom will say, oh, he's not a boy like that. He's not like that. And you look at them and say, madam, will you please let me do my job? You don't even know this boy. And once the mom steps out and shuts the door, you will be amazed
at what the children will be saying.
So a lot of African parents, you are just raising strangers. These children can't wait to be opened to get the hell out of the house. And these are the same boys that will become husbands tomorrow. So can we see that is a circle? It's a circle. So when mistakes are done, it is gone. Our own life is okay, it's gone. But it boils down to the children we are raising. And I'm sorry about the boy that took his life. The mom must have been, I'm sorry to say, an highly irresponsible woman. I say to people all the time, separation does not mean you should be enemies. It takes matured people to separate. Separation is not a child's play. It affects both individuals, the mom, the father, it affects everybody mentally. So you can imagine how it's going to affect the child. How do you live in a house with a boy to the extent that he fell into depression? From depression, it became self-harming. When it becomes self-harming, it's no longer depression. It is now a mental health issue. That boy should have been sectioned. That boy should have been in the hospital, getting constant treatment. And get the father, get the mother, get everybody involved. But because we always carry pride. I'm not going to come down for the man. I'm not going to come down for the woman. And these children bear the brunt of our stupidity as adults. When it comes to children and you're separating, one person has to bring down their pride.
God bless you.
One person has to drop the guard, play the fool to get the best for your children. These men can be very annoying. They can trigger you. But when you look at those children and be like, you know what? He wants to be in the life of these children. Let me just overlook his excesses. He's just a silly man. When you look at him that way, you know you're making that sacrifice, not just for yourself, not because you're stupid, not because you don't know what to do, But you have to humble yourself, bring down yourself to achieve what you want. How many years? No, by the time these children are 18, they are gone. What you put in them from the ages of 3 till they are 18, that is, you've molded their life. So you can tolerate that naughty man for that number of years just to achieve that. Once the child is 18, you can discard the man and tell him, don't come to my house again. But at least for that little years, tolerating for the children. So many children cannot talk to their parents. They hide so much from their parents. In the United Kingdom today, children of immigrants go to HMP prisons age 18 to 21. When you start with them and you start looking at their family background, because when they bring a case, the first thing you look at the family background. Sis, majority of these children don't have their fathers in their lives. And most of these women, once they leave a marriage, we keep shouting, improve yourself. How many of them realistically improve themselves? When they leave a marriage, the next thing they're looking at the next person they want to date. And the moment they start to date, knowingly or unknowingly, they begin to neglect their children.
100%.
How do you expect to raise a child when you are out of the house from 7 a.m. and you are back 10 p.m.? Most of these kids come back from school. There is no adult in the house during lunchtime. Nobody to say that is your lunch. Nobody to say, let me see your homework. Some parents are so engrossed with work, they don't attend any school activity. And you say you're raising children. No, you're not. So when these men, I would just round up by saying, I know some men can be very naughty and difficult because they are so pained that you've left them. They make parenting difficult. But you've got offices, you've got places that you can ring and they would be compelled to do it. This is not Nigeria. They would be compelled to do it. But if you're lucky to see a man that has separated and he wants to be there, sometimes he doesn't have so much financially, but his presence alone goes a long way in the child's life. Allow them. Tolerate them for that little period. At least come together for the sake of the children. And at the end of the day, you'll all be happy. And all these stories of, I don't want to stay, the next generation will enjoy marriage because we have done the work. And that is the message I want to leave.
Thank you very, 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 very much. In fact, this particular message is something.
Thank you, my sister.
Oluwakemi, I understand that you want every other person to talk, but it might be looking because like so. Sharing this particular message is the one that I really, really want women to take on board. I have so many women that have been in this situation because of the pain they have gone through with a man. The revenge is always so much that they don't allow their men to be in these children's life. And sincerely, when you look at Tonto Dikeh, it was part of that, the pain of, oh, you have left me or I've left you. I don't want you to have anything to do with my child. And a lot of women are doing it. I shared one experience of a story of somebody, this guy went from, because they lived in Ireland. You understand? They lived in Ireland and that was where I was living before. And I just saw the guy here in the UK. Very responsible guy. He wasn't going out like that. But while they were in the marriage, the lady went to the uni. She did extra courses and she became Oga somewhere. And the guy was driving bus. And I think the thing did not work out again. She felt she was bigger than the guy. And they left each other. Brilliant, things didn't work out again. The lady refused, according to the guy, the lady refused him seeing the children. And this is the guy that was doing everything at home. He was so close to those children. And the guy left here in the UK because he now lives in the UK. He went one morning just to go and sit at the children's school. Immediately she saw him, according to the guy, she turned back. She wasn't allowing this guy in the children's lives. And the guy was crying like a child. Do you understand? So many guys have been talking about these things. Allow these men in the children's life if they want to be part of the children's life. If you remember that there was a time this UK police called the Nigerians, they did a meeting that most Nigerian children are the ones in police custody. They are the ones doing all these things. And most of them are broken homes. They are from broken homes. Single motherhood. Because some of us, and we know the truth, most of them want to use that thing to collect paper. They want to use that to get money. Because back in the island, if you are a single mother, the money you get is more than what a normal person gets. Do you get me? Because we work in this part of, the society, we understand what it is like. A lot of children are having these issues because of the state of their parents. And that's why we are talking about. So thank you so much for setting this straight up, because I really love it. That's the message I really want us to pass, so that women will understand what it is, the detriment it caused to the children. We don't understand, we don't know. Graceful, you wanted to say something.
Okay, Eshe. Thank you, my sister. Mo fẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ rí pé raising kids is not an easy job for anybody. Ọlọ́run ló máa ń báyàn tọ́ wọn. Ìwọ tó bá rí ti sọ successfully, kì í ṣe pé o mọ̀ ọ́ ṣe. You have to consider ọ̀tọ̀ ní kẹ́ train ọmọ dáadáa nílé. Tó bá bọ́ síta, are you there with them?
Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
Peer pressure, exactly. Okay, mo fẹ́ fi incident kan ṣẹlẹ̀ UK níbẹ̀ yẹn náà ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Lady yẹn ọmọ Naija ló ti kúrò. Àwọn parents ẹ̀ rán wá sí ìlú òyìnbó kó wá kàwé. Wọ́n ṣe everything fún. Ìgbà kan débẹ̀, ó lọ join the bad gang. Ṣé mọ̀ pé majority of àwọn parents nígbà míì gan raise ọmọ dáadáa. Ọmọ bá lóun fẹ́ lọ sí ìlú òyìnbó, that you have the means of sending them to abroad. Baby, they become something that our parents go more. It's another thing. You can monitor your kid. Ti pé 18, 20, 21. Kò sí ní tó lè mọ́.
Àìmọye kò sí lórí yẹn.
Because ó máa ń dàbí ẹni pé parents ni ò mọ̀ ṣe. And now mo wá fẹ́ sọ advice tí sister mi ìtàn sọ. I think I want you to apply sẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà lóyún ìbò nìkan. Kò applicable sáwọn tó wà Naija. Yeah, kò applicable sí because lọ bá lágbájá kò bá àwọn kánsẹ́lọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ kó là ẹni tó local champion tó raise ọmọ tó lọ school mbó ló ti rí ṣùgbọ́n yẹn ti rí kò bọ́ sí ti rí. Now ọmọ tẹ bá wá raise ọmọ tán tẹ raise ẹ̀ dáadáa ọmọ lady yẹn wá lọ join àwọn ọmọ òṣì kan wọ́n wá rí bọ̀bọ́ yẹn lórí Facebook bóyá lórí Instagram ó fi Rolex bóyá yẹn máa rántí. Wọ́n ṣá àwọn ohun àti báńkì àgẹ̀ bọ̀bọ́ yẹn máa ń flash kíní kan mọ̀ pé fake Rolex ni wọ́n bá wa lọ sílé olùhood sórí wọ́n lọ síbẹ̀ kò bá wọn wọlé ọ̀tọ̀ lead wọn sì lọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n lọ sọ́dọ̀ bọ̀bọ́ yẹn gbà táwọn tó sì yẹn tán gágà náà wọ́n bá rí pé wọ́n gba wọ́n béèrè pé mo ní Rolex ẹ̀ wà eventually bọ̀bọ́ yẹn wá fún un ní Rolex ẹ̀ wá rí pé fake ni they have to kill this guy wọ́n pa bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ìgbà tí wọ́n ṣáà lọ wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣe investigation UK níbẹ̀ yẹn ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o I think it happened around early last year or so ìgbà tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tán wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣe investigation wọ́n bá ṣàrí pé ọmọdé yìí wọ́n try láti uncover hood tó wà lórí ẹni tó lead wọn wọlé ó bá dọmọ Naija ló bá sẹ́kànlẹ̀ òun tó ń wà ní school why did you come and harass me nígbà táwọn ọlọ́pàá ló mú ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ pé kíní kan everybody take believe lórí social media yìí náà láti ń wò ó báwo ló ṣe máa lọ síbẹ̀ they are harassing me they are ṣe kíní kan àwọn ọlọ́pàá ṣàmú lọ làtọ́ máa discover náà bá fi gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n rí wọ́n bá fi hàn ó jókòó lẹ́nu báńkì ó ní my parent must know. ọ̀rọ̀ arántí it was on social media.
àǹtí lábẹ́ láwọn rántí.
you can see from there pé àwọn parents ẹ̀ raise ẹ̀
lára ẹ̀wọ́ kan.
ọ̀tọ̀ ni kúkúrò ní sàkání yàn ọmọ yẹn di nǹkan pé ẹ̀ ràn kò di ọmọ á wá dàbí ẹni pé òbí yẹn ni òun ṣe. So raising a kid and you are able your kids turn out well, it's not because you know how to punish, it's not because you know how to do whatever you have to do to bring them up. Now mo wá fẹ́ sọ fún yín pé do you realize that àwọn obìnrin kan dey enable women men to be like I want to be under you because I have a friend like that. Mentality ẹ ni pé you must be under
a man
and you must be submissive to the man rules. Always the argument about ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin ló máa because that was the way she was raised. Ọ̀tọ̀ ní ká raise ọmọ dáadáa, ọ̀tọ̀ ní kó mígò pẹ̀lú àwọn kan raise dáadáa. You understand? Àwọn ọmọ tó ń ṣọmọ burúkú ní Nàìjíríà náà orí jẹ́ pé wọ́n raise wọn dáadáa náà. I have a friend, my childhood friend tó wà níbà. First ọmọ mẹ́ta ló bí, ibi ló bí wọn sí. The second born nìyẹn ló fún wọn ní headache. Kí ló dẹ̀ fún headache? Ó nígbà tóun rí pé ọmọ òun ti lọ join ní gáǹgì. Tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ tó máa ṣe bí pé fẹ́ lù wọ́n, ó nígbà àwọn bá wọn àti bàbá làwọn bá ya pàdé àpòpọ̀ pé ọmọ you know what? Jẹ́ ká ṣe lè lọ sí Nàìjà lọ fún yìí. Wọ́n ṣe tọ́ lọ Nàìjà nìyẹn.
Auntie, ṣé àwọn pé ẹ ti ń divert síbi mi. Generally, parenting is not an easy thing, and no one is perfect. Àìmọye ọmọ peer pressure níta can change a child, can change any child. But what we are talking about is co-parenting when you are separated. That's what we are preaching now. I understand what you are trying to say. Wípé of course, Shemo, àìmọye èèyàn tọ́mọ gan tó ń yàyàkuyà. But nǹkan tá à ń try láti encourage.
Co-parenting yẹn náà ó depend ìtọ́kùn yẹn bá agree.
Òun náà ní wípé ṣé mo pé nǹkan tá à ń sọ nísìnyí ni pé ọkùnrin míì ó máa fẹ́ wà ní láìfọ ọmọ but àwọn obìnrin míì ìtorí ìbínú a máa ṣe as the bait.
Co-parenting kọ́ra àtọkùn. Do you know the most important thing ṣe kọ́ra ni pé kí bàbá wọn wà nínú láìfọ àwọn ọmọ. Ṣẹ́rí bàbá yẹn ṣe bó ṣe rí gbogbo tó ń ṣe. Some men, they are just wicked. Okay. You want to co-parent in peace, but yet, no, I want to hurt you.
Àwọn míì wà vindictive. Some are vindictive. Yes. I understand you, ma.
Ẹ wo Cardi B pẹ̀lú ọkọ ẹ̀. Ó fún ní several chances. Ó tún wá sọ pé lòun láti gbà wọn ọmọ kí ló fà. Àwọn ọkùnrin míì, you want to co-parent in peace. Àwọn ọkùnrin míì, they are just crazy.
Okay, ma.
They are just crazy.
Ẹ kà jẹ́ kẹ́lò mi sọ̀rọ̀. Thank you so much, ma. Ẹ ṣé. Lara YTC, wọ́n ti wà níbí látẹ̀kan and you know the person left. Lara, do you want to talk? Lara YTC, are you there? Or mistake ni? Students, bàbá mi. Let me drop Lara.
Would you give me a privilege to say one or two things?
Love, definitely, sir. You're welcome,
sir. This parenting has to do with two parties. And these two parties are quite important in the life of these kids. And
network yóò dá sáà that could be say why you share and drive me.
Láti tọ́ ọmọ ẹ nígbà tó yẹ kó tọ́.
Ẹ bá mi power tap wọ́n ti ń flag there because ṣe kò. À ń gbọ́ yín sà. But tó dà pé network yóò dá ó ń show red so ó lò.
Ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú òbí méjèèjì. Ó ṣe red. Okay, tẹ́ bá gbọ́ mi fine. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ mi maybe I should keep quiet.
À ń gbọ́ yín àní ó ń break mi.
Tí òbí méjèèjì bá wà ní ilé ayé ó ń break. Okay, jẹ́ kí n yọ earpiece mi kúrò. Number one.
Some are mentally unstable. Akila.
Kóbi méjèèjì ó ṣe pàtàkì kóbi méjèèjì tọ́ ọmọ. And problem táyé ọkùnrin máa ń ní ojú lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin obìnrin lọ. Ó fẹ́ pa ni. Kí ló dé? Má lùjú, ó ti lè bá sọ. Gbogbo problems a máa ní ọwọ́ obìnrin ló máa ti ń pọ̀ jù because wọ́n máa overprotect àwọn ọmọ yẹn. And tí wọ́n bá overprotect àwọn ọmọ.
Network yẹn ò dáa.
Wọ́n ṣe tiẹ̀ kóhun ṣe tiẹ̀. kò sí ó máa jẹ́ pé òun ló ń fàjà nǹkan tó máa ń sábà fàjà láàrin ọkọ àti ìyàwó wọn a máa jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí bàbá ò dáa sí ojú ọ̀nà tó dáa ni wọ́n tẹ́ ní
nẹ́tíwọ̀kì wọn ò dáa nẹ́tíwọ̀kì wọn ò dáa dádì nẹ́tíwọ̀kì yẹn ò dáa rárá nẹ́tíwọ̀kì yẹn ò dáa sà bóyá bí tẹ wà ẹ dúró náà jẹ́ kí n sáré sọ fún wọn kọ́ lè mọ̀ dádì bóyá kẹ bọ́ọ̀lù kẹ padà wá bóyá bí tẹ wà ní Mrs. Adébùkọ́lá yeah you can talk ma.
ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n bí by America ni mo ti ń pè.
Yes ma.
And I've been listening to everything that everyone has been saying. You know, which everybody has a point, you know, coming from their own, speaking from their own point of view.
Yes.
And my own son, I'm a single mother as well, of 5 kids. Thank God. My youngest is 21 now.
Bless you, ma.
And mo ní ọmọbìnrin méjì àti ọkùnrin mẹ́ta. Àti kékeré lèmi dẹ̀ ti máa ń sọ fún àwọn ọmọ mi wípé ní bí ọmọ tó máa jẹ́ statistic in the society, you are not going to be a deadbeat father. Tí n bá sọ pé ìwọ tó bá lọ fọmọ lọ́mọ lóyún tó wá sọ pé ó máa dá ọmọbìnrin yẹn pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ yẹn kan sí mímọ̀ nǹkan what it is being a single mom. Èmi ni máa tẹ̀lé ìyá àwọn ọmọ yẹn lọ sí kọ́ọ̀tù tí máa fún ọ ní gbogbo credentials ẹ̀. Tó máa fi come after you. Àwọn ọmọ mi máa bí mi pé mà you will really do that mo ní try me. Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yé? Nígbà tó dẹ̀ yá lóòótọ́ táwọn ọmọ mi bíi ṣe first son mi tó bímọ. Gbogbo bá ṣe ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ wa and everything ni mo make sure pé ọmọ òyìnbó ló fún lóyún. Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yé? Mo ṣe and up until today ó wà ní life àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Second son mi yẹn take time ẹ̀ òun ni lover boy láàrin àwọn ọmọkùnrin mi. Ó take time ẹ̀ láti ètí ní relationship. Nígbà tó máa jẹ̀jà mú ọmọ wálé fún mi, ọmọ mi lọ sí school, I made sure of that. My youngest now, like I said, 21, she's in her 3rd year of university.
Bless her, gbogbo wá jèrè àwọn ọmọ wa.
Àwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé background wọn, ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yé, ó yàtọ̀. Mo mọ̀ dẹ̀ sọ fún ibo ló ti rí lè tó lọ gbé wá fún mi yìí. Long story short, ìgbà yẹn mo sí ìkẹ́rù bá ọmọ mi, Ọlọ́run ni ògbẹ́mí mi, mo sáré fún ọmọdé ìlóyún, wípé màmá òun ti ń mọ àwọn grandchildren, àwọn ọmọ tó kù.
Kó lè mọ̀.
Mi ti marry ìgbà yẹn. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí?
Yes ma.
Wípé tí nǹkan kan bá lọ ṣe màmá òun, ṣé kò ní rí ọmọ
Ọmọ
tòun náà
yìí
ni?
ni.
In less than like 2 years, ọmọ yìí ṣàbí ọmọ méjì fún. Èmi dẹ̀ ti kọ́ wọn nílé ayé yín náà, ẹ má ever fi ọwọ́ kan obìnrin. Tó bá ti wà in a relationship, tó bá ti ever the time wípé o máa gbé ọwọ́ ẹ̀ sókè náà obìnrin, it's time to leave, but you will never leave your kids. Lóòótọ́, àwọn ọmọ mi ò ní rẹ́kọ̀dù ní nǹkan kan, ọmọbìnrin yìí ló fún ọmọ mi ní rẹ́kọ̀dù tó máa pe ọlọ́pàá sí, tó máa ń na òun. Tí bá dẹ̀ ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ìjọ́ kan mo wà lórí aago pẹ̀lú ọmọ mi kò mọ̀ pé mo wà lórí aago. Ó dẹ̀ ń gba ọmọ mi létí ó ń lù báyìí. Ìyẹn dẹ̀ sọ wípé mà nǹkan báyìí ló ń ṣe fún ọmọ ní kò gbọdọ̀ gbé ọgbẹ́.
Má tọ̀ọ̀ṣẹ̀.
Ṣé mo pé mo dẹ̀ wà ní orí aago ń bẹ̀ ọmọdé ìdẹ́ pé ọlọ́pàá sí ọmọ mi. Wọ́n dẹ̀ arrest ọmọ mi lálẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn. The only record tí ọmọ mi ní it's pay domestic violence torí ó sọ fáwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn kó nà ọ́. And ó wà ní life àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ time kan jọ ń gbé so àwọn ọmọ yẹn ti mọ̀ they are 7 and 6 now. Débi wípé ó máa wá lo àwọn ọmọ yẹn against ẹ̀ wípé tí ò bá wá bá òun ọmọ mi break up pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ó wá ṣe àfẹ́ wà in a relation pẹ̀lú ọmọ mi ó wá lo àwọn ọmọ yẹn against ọmọ mi sìn. So ìyẹn wá kúrò lé fún for a while about 4-5 months ní ìtì kò wá tí ì rí àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Ṣé ìbò tí mo sọ yìí àwọn ọkùnrin àgbà yẹn grandson mi ìyẹn wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní actor ní school sí débi pé lánàá ó wá akọ ẹ̀bísùn tó kọ fún un tí yẹn lọ sọ fún tíṣà pé kó ṣọ́tọ̀ torí kí ni wọ́n ti ń béèrè bàbá wọn ó wá ń pè ní ìsìn wípé kó wá rí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ìyẹn ò wá dé lóhùn àwọn ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ ti wà use mọ́ bàbá wọn yẹn has always been in their life bó nítorí pé kò fẹ́ ní relationship pẹ̀lú ẹ tó ti pọlọ́pàá sí tó ti sọ fún pé kó keep away from the house. Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ
ó ti yé mi mà wọ́n ti fún ní restraining order.
Àwọn ọmọ wa ń fún ẹ ní problem. Èmi ìyá ó ti bú èmi náà o. Ọmọ akátá ni ó ti bú èmi náà dáadáa kò sí nǹkan tí ò fi mí wé o. Ló wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá ń kọ kíní sí pé kí n jọ kí n bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ ọmọ mi. Ìpè kò wá rí ọ. Ṣé mo pé ìgbà mi background tún máa ń yàtọ̀? Ilé tọkùnrin ti wá ó yàtọ̀ sílé tóbìnrin ti wá. Èyí tí dáàdì yẹn sọ nísìnyí wípé obìnrin ló máa ń fà á. That's not true. Ẹ máa rí ọkùnrin míì tó máa ní opportunity ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu wọn ni wípé tọ́mọ bá dàgbà ó máa mọ bàbá ẹ̀. Àìmọye ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé tó bá dàgbà tán ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ láwọn ọmọ tó ń bí sìn kọ̀mpútà lágbárí wọn. It's totally different from our own generation. One record everything ni. Especially àwọn ọmọ táwọn ń bí sílùú yìí. I sọ fún ẹni wípé where were you when my mother was doing this? Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ bàbá náà ló raise àwọn ọmọ yẹn á ní where were you when my father was raising? Wọ́n á dúró sójú ẹ̀ wò ni wọ́n á sọ ni. So irú situation yìí ní ìsìn tọ́pọ̀ ọmọ yẹn tó ti wá act out ó wá ṣe fídíò fún mi lánàá bí tọ́mọ yẹn ti ń ké kí ló fẹ́ kí n ṣe ìwọ ló lé bàbá wọn kúrò lé. Ọmọ tó lọ sí school tó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tí ò ní rẹ́kọ̀dì rí because I put my whole life on hold táwọn ọmọ mi fi dé certain age tí mo fi wá padà sí school. I did everything when they were teenagers. Mo put ara mi on hold completely fún wọn ni. Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yé? Ọmọ tí ò ní rẹ́kọ̀dì rí. It's not easy raising 3 boys. Àwọn boys yìí mo bí àwọn mẹ́ta back to back ni o. Èmi gan di ọkùnrin mọ́ wọn lọ́rùn ni. Imagine raising kids in New York, in Brooklyn, to be precise. Títí ta fi kó wá sí Chicago bí. So, so it goes both ways. Àwọn ọmọdé yìí nígbà míì wọ́n máa ń end up láti suffer. Àwọn èèyàn wa dẹ̀rẹ̀ kí wọ́n fẹ́ sọ ẹlòmíì náà obìnrin background when it comes to African kidney. Background náà máa matter. Wọ́n máa ń ṣe tó bá délé ọkọ bó ṣe máa ṣe rè. Kí ló fẹ́ sọ káwọn ọkọ ẹ sọ? Wọ́n máa ń sọ fún mi pé mo ti dákátá tán because really I don't care what the society is gonna say. Society is not gonna live my life. Society is not gonna live my children's life because tí ìdí bá bàjẹ́ tó ní ìdí ló máa dé. Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yé yín? So in everything my bottom line is gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá ń ṣe láyé especially tí ọmọ bá ti wọ̀ we have to put our own selfish interest to the side because nǹkan táwọn ọmọ yẹn bá rí irú ìwà yẹn náà máa fi dàgbà.
Somebody is writing here ma on YouTube. Won't please tell mommy to tell her son if he wants to visit the children, he should meet them in public place.
We've done that. We've tried that. Èmi gan ti sọ wípé you don't have to go to her house. Meet up. Tell them to buy McDonald's or whatever. Kó káwọn ọmọ lọ káwọn ọmọ ìjáde. No, kò ní ó fẹ́ kó wá sílé.
Yes ma, ó fẹ́ kó wálé gangan.
Ó fẹ́ kó wá sílé because orí ìfẹ́ máa ní relationship pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Ìyẹn dẹ̀ sọ wípé òun ò fẹ́.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, I'm really sorry. But
okay,
are social workers involved? Because I just wrote it here that if social workers are involved in a situation like this, it's fine, they can visit, but it should not go alone. It should be a supervised visit.
Sherry, àwọn ọmọlú yìí náà, you know, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ti sọ yìí, I also suggested it. Even to the point, she's not really ready to be a mother because òun àkọ́bí ọmọ ẹ̀kọ́ ló bí fún ọmọ mi.
Bó ṣe máa àwọn ìyẹn bá ṣe máa ń ṣe life tí wọn nìyẹn.
She's not ready.
She's not ready. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó fẹ́ máa lọ sí party tó bá fẹ́ lọ wedding tó bá fẹ́ lọ birthday party tó bá fẹ́ lọ club ló máa rántí pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn ní grandmother bì kan. Wípé kí mi wá baby sit. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ èmi tí mo dẹ̀ ṣe the empty nester èmi kan ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ you know really.
Enjoy.
Don't get me wrong, not that I don't have time for my grandchildren, but I've done my part.
Of course.
It's time now to raise your own kids. Grandmother's duty is different from parental duty.
100%.
Gbogbo eléyìí náà ni mo ti sọ. Mo dẹ̀ wá sọ fún ọmọ ní if push come to shove, o máa gbọ́mọdé lọ sí court ni. So that wàá lè máa get visiting right. Wàá jẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ti ṣe fún ẹ.
Kó máa get supervised one, yes.
Ó dé ṣe débi wípé orúkọ nítorí pé ó file domestic violence kìíní against ọmọ mi náà ṣe fún nílé.
Báwo ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn?
wípé ẹ̀mí òun wà in danger wọ́n wá fi sí shelter pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ yẹn wá fún nílé ilé yẹn náà ló tún wá fẹ́ kó máa wá mo wá dẹ̀ sọ fún èèyàn náà mo ní orí pé ìran mi ò dẹ́wọ̀n rí tó bá jẹ́ kọ́mọdé ìjẹ́ consent
Ojú lọ sẹ́wọ̀n.
ní wá visit èèyàn dẹ́wọ̀n.
Ọlọ́run tiẹ̀ ní jẹ́. It's not going to be so.
ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yẹ yín so irú àwọn nǹkan báyìí ó pín
Very
sọ́nà
sad.
méjì ni it's not just the obìnrin.
Ọmọ mi wàá tọ́ ọmọ dáadáa, ọmọ tó máa lọ pàdé, àwọn ọmọ burúkú.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nísìn báyìí ní ìsìn irú ọmọkùnrin yẹn bó ṣe kéré tó yẹn ń sìn tó ti wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní act out débi wípé àwọn tíṣà ti wá ń pè é ní sùn pé ọmọdé yìí ṣe ń hùwà ń sìn àwọn ò rí kó máa hùwà bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ó wá ní ìkànnà àwọn kinní wọn ní YMCA after school kinní kan máa ń lọ ó wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ láwọn pé bàbá ẹ̀ ń kọ́ where is their dad because wọ́n ti wà used kan máa rí òun ló máa ń kó wọn lọ sí school ló máa ń ṣe everything they are so used to him. mo dẹ̀ sọ fún òun náà pé nítorí pé bí mo ṣe wá ṣe ń bá a sọ̀rọ̀ because at the same time mi ò ní fọwọ́ pa lórí.
Of course.
wípé àwọn ọmọdé yìí ló ń suffer fún for the past couple of months ní ìṣe ó wá avoid èmi náà. ó ń fi ìgbé bíbá pé mò ń take off
support.
èmi ò take off fún kankan nù àtiwọ́ àtìyá wọn.
You are just concerned about your own grandchildren, the children involved.
I'm concerned about the children because now it's starting to affect them. Oríṣiríṣi dẹ̀ lọmọbìnrin máa ń dánwò láàárín àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ó lè pàdé èèyàn lórí social media sì kó gbé wọn wálé.
Honestly, Ruthless, please give her the advice because I think it's time for her to just they should take up the thing with the social services.
Yesterday, I was really crying because my heart was so heavy and sad yesterday.
Sorry, ma.
Video see me. Ibi tó ọmọ yẹn ti ń sunkún, ọmọ yẹn kàn fọwọ́ fa irun orí ẹ̀ báyìí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ bí what is the matter? Only I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I'm really sorry for what you're having to deal with. I understand these kids so well. They do it here too. There's nothing they wouldn't do. And that's why government is cutting down on funding. Now, if you like, there's no house anywhere. They are cutting down seriously on funding. So all those lies they go about telling for a flat, the waiting list can take up to 2 years.
Yeah.
More than 2 years.
Yeah, the only thing that will push you up that waiting list is that child.
That's special needs.
So people need to know now. No, if you like, go and tell any unnecessary. There's no house. But on a lighter note, ma, like I said before, if it's possible to have a word with your son is also, he's not happy. He feels like he's a young guy, and he feels my mom is not seeing it from my point of view. She doesn't understand my pain, which I understand. But if he can get their social worker involved, put everything on the table. This is what is going on. And you can even get a letter from the school to back up your case, to make the case stronger. The boys' class teacher can write a letter. These are the things we've observed. Put down a timeline. In so time, from this time to the teachers know how to write these letters. Put a timeline. Write what you've observed. Write how this boy has been before now. And these are the changes we have seen. And this is what we think is going on. Then after that, the letter can be handed over to the social worker if she's got any social workers involved. Then your son can step in. Okay, I want to visit. But because of the prior history we've had, I do not feel safe going into a space to visit those children.
That's exactly what what's going on. He doesn't want to go to her house.
I would not advise him to do that. I would not. I would like to visit them. I can visit them in an eatery. We can sit at a park. Let's start from there. But it also has to be supervised visit. And anytime he visits, it has to be recorded. We can start with 45 minutes. We can improve. From 45 minutes, we push it to an hour visit. But it has to be supervised. The social worker can be there to supervise that visit. Or you can supervise that visit. Then they can go from there. But if that doesn't work, the worst case scenario, it would have to take her to court.
And that's what I told him. And he got
I'm saying
I'm sorry. Let me call him right quick. And that's what I told him. And I'm getting so frustrated with it that I actually told her yesterday that, you know what? If you and so don't stop this nonsense and the games you're both playing with my grandkids,
you will have to step in and take it off. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
You understand? Give me my babies.
She's naive, and I will tell you why she's naive. If it goes into the family court and a social worker can prove that she's doing something she shouldn't be doing in front of those children, you can step in as the mom, because
Of course.
The sound says it. Both of them, both of these children tell stories.
Mm.
They tell stories.
If that can be proved, then they need to remove those children. That environment is no longer safe. So they have the issue, they need to remove the children. And instead of taking them into a foster home,
Since you are there, yes. No, once they come back, bury wò ná wọn kọ́kọ́ wọn kó wọn lọ sí foster bẹ́yẹn. Once they have a relative.
I am so frustrated. Ó tún wá fi ara ẹ̀ hàn nínú fídíò tó ṣe sí mi. Mo wá fi hàn ọmọ mi, mo ní kó wo ọmọdé yìí because ọmọ tó gbẹ ni. Mo ní bó ṣe tún sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣe ló dà epo tún ti lóyún. But I know it's not for my son. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yẹ yín? And that for fact mo mọ̀ yẹn náà. Because mo tọ́ fún ní nítorí.
Bó ṣe ń ṣe ń bí náà nìyẹn. Láwọn ọmọ yẹn ṣe àwọn ọmọ
ọ̀dọ̀. Débi pé ó tún gbọ́ ọmọ mi lára ẹ̀, ó mọ̀ pé ó ti wà ọ̀yọ́ òòlù pátápátá nìyẹn. Mo wá fi hàn ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ wípé ó dẹ̀ kó wò ó. Ó lo statement kan fún mi nínú àwọn kìdí tó kọ sí náà pé òun ti wà frustrated, òun ò lè take ẹ̀ mọ́, òun ò lè ṣe gbá. So gbogbo fídíò tó ń ṣe mú wò pé emotional blackmail lélẹ̀ náà kí ni nǹkan tó fẹ́ kí n ṣe. Ọmọ mi gan torí pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń bá sọ tóun ti feel pé mò ń take mò ń ṣàìdẹ́, ó ti ń avoid me for the past couple of months nísìnyí. Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yé? Ó ti ń avoid me. But my main priority are these children.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not like when we were growing up, and even our mom said it, our parents they are too advanced. Too advanced. Yes, ma'am. Sooner or later, one ma bere ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọdé yìí ní school. Oh God. Because in that because he has long hair.
Mommy, you need to step. Mommy.
Yesterday, I mean, I was crying.
Mommy, you need to step in. Honestly. You need to step in because safeguarding is everybody's, job. You need to step in. It's everybody's duty, yeah. So you need to step in, no matter what. Especially
a confirmation.
Yeah.
You guys just want me to give up my rights.
No.
Nobody wants to give you to give up your right. I just want you to do right by the kids. If my son is saying he no longer want to be in a relationship with you, let it go. It's a toxic relationship.
It is, yeah.
You've never been stable with these children until domestic violence. You were moving from one place to another, staying with people. For the first few years of this kid's life, they didn't have a stable place. They didn't have a stable environment. And I kept telling you, give me my babies. Go in the world and go and live your life.
100%.
I'm not going to tell you not to see your kids. Go and do whatever you want to do. But just give me. No. Until come on, me not there. So I told her, give me my kids. Give me my kids. You just want to take your kids from me. Once you take your kids from me,
you need to be affirmative about it, ma. You need to be affirmative. You need to be affirmative. And then the best way to go about it is go to social services. Because even if anything happens, if anything happens to those children,
I will not be able to live with it or forgive myself.
Yeah, and then you too,
that will kill me.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, that will just finish you.
I mean,
because
I wouldn't even know how to cope with something like that. You understand? Because
Yes,
like I
ma'am.
said, òun náà nínú àwọn ọmọ òun náà ó take time ẹ̀. Kó tó bí he's in his late 30s now.
Imagine ọmọ tó tọ́ nílé eré tó lọ fẹ́rù àwọn ọmọ yẹn ṣé máa lè tọ́ ọmọ tó ní ṣé máa lè ṣe ti yín ni.
Irú ọmọ wo ló gbé wálé fún mi ìwọ tó tẹ̀lé kó take time ẹ̀ láti ní relationship. Ó tún wá lọ jẹ́ pé ọmọ yìí ló tún wá gbé wálé.
Ó máa ń sad honestly.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n lásán báyìí mo ti mọ àwọn ọmọ mi ìfẹ́ sọ.
Àwọn ọmọ ló ti yé mi màá á ti mọ́rú wọn.
Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yé
Yes,
wá
ma'am.
wọ pé ìwọ tẹ bá dẹ̀ rá àwọn ọmọ mi àwọn ọmọ gangan wọn tó wà ẹdíkẹ́bọ̀tì táwọn tọkùnrin náà bá ti láìkè ọmọ tó ti ní ṣèpù tó ní ìdí tó ní ara nǹkan tá a máa ń sọ fún àwọn
Àwọn
ọkùnrin
ọmọ
nǹkan tó fi kó jẹ nǹkan tó fi rí
Attract ẹ
ló
nìyẹn.
jẹ́ spec nǹkan tó mọ mi láìkè. A dẹ̀ try láti túṣe up láti ṣe kí ní rọ́ ni that street life ó ṣàìfẹ́ máa
wà láyé.
máa lọ club yẹn tí ò ní responsibility. I'm not saying my son is a saint, oh, don't get me wrong. Oh.
No,
But
of course.
When it comes to his kids, when it comes to his kids, he does not play with his children. But mo wá ń bẹ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ lánàá pé ṣáàjọba mi pé because wọ́n avoid the missing. Ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn mú like minimum ni bá mi bá sọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo bá ṣe fẹ́ ká ṣe tó bá fẹ́ kí n tẹ̀ lóhùn lọ sí kọ́ tó bá fẹ́ kí n tẹ̀ lóhùn ká lọ ibi tá a bá tẹ̀ tí kọ́kọ́ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. I would take my time. Iṣẹ́ ò ṣe kíní iṣẹ́ máa dúró doníṣẹ́ ni. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí?
Yes, ma'am.
But àwọn yìí they are feeling him. They are feeling him. So gbogbo èyí tá à ń sọ yẹn it goes both ways. Káwọn obìnrin kọ́ máa lo àwọn ọmọ wọn
as bait.
Òun lo àwọn ọmọdé yẹn as big time bait.
Thank you, Christ.
If I can't have you, then you cannot have your kids. Nǹkan tó ń ṣe nìyẹn and he doesn't want you no more because ó ti ìjọ kan bèbí ìnà ọmọ mi débi wípé
ọkùnrin
kí yẹn nà torí mo ti máa ń sọ fún ọ pé láyé yín ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ kọ obìnrin ọmọ mi kò gbá ògiri kàkà kó ìtẹ̀ kàkà kó gbá lẹ́sẹ̀ ògiri ló gbá lẹ́sẹ̀ ìka ẹ̀ mẹ́ta ló fi rọ́ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní láti gbé brace sí lọ́wọ́ so that kó bá má nà.
Ṣé gbọ́kùnrin náà ń go through domestic violence dáadáa? They are going through it. They're going through it.
Wàá dẹ̀ máa nà báyìí. Wàá máa fún wọn kankan lẹ́sẹ̀. Wàá dẹ̀ wá gbé fóònù. Wàá wá gbé ọlọ́pàá. Pé òun nà. And like they say, ìdú gbogbo ìlú ta wà yìí kọ́tẹ̀ tó gbọ́ pé tọkùnrin.
Wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ fìyà jẹ ọmọbìnrin ọkùnrin yẹn náà.
Because tẹ bá rí ọmọ mi fìrìgbọ̀n lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ báyìí ẹ máa wò pé kí leléyìí fẹ́ nà láàárẹ̀ ẹ lẹ máa sọ. But with all that being said, I just needed like clarification. Wípé okay steps tí mo fẹ́ take yìí kò wrong.
No, kò wrong o. Kò wrong o. Kò wrong o. Mi ò mọ lọ́dọ̀ yín o.
Kí n má parọ́ fún yín, mo mọ̀ pé tí bá gbé dé court tí n bá máa fi tẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan mi sílẹ̀ with her background and everything kò ní stable job.
Can imagine.
Ilé tó ń gbé $50 a month. They compare that. Nígbà tí ṣe mọ̀ ó lè ibẹ̀ because ó náà benefit irú àwọn
tó ń gbà
situation yẹn tó ti fún wọn ní case worker kọ̀ọ̀kan báyẹn tó máa fún.
You have an upper hand. You do have definitely. Ṣé mo ìtúrẹ̀ náà ni it's good.
So $50. Wish I could do that. Bẹ́ẹ̀kẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ́ ò wà responsible pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ. Wọ́n ti débi wípé teacher wa ń bí ẹ pé bàbá àwọn ọmọdé yìí àwọn ti bèrè náà wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé nǹkan kan is amiss in the home.
Okay, figure 50. Does she need a solicitor in the US there? If it is here, you just go to your social services and report it. I don't know.
It's easy, but Chemo, we pay. Báwo ló ṣe lè sọ òun náà bàbá wọn náà right now òun náà fẹ́ máa lágídí.
No, even with the father.
You can't do this on your own.
On your own, yeah.
Because ó ti already gbé orúkọ ẹ wọnú
system.
Because kìíní yẹn bí nínú.
Mo ṣe o.
Wípé gbogbo rẹ́kọ̀dì nǹkan orúkọ tóun keeping láti yọjú tóun ò ní rẹ́kọ̀dì òun ò ní ọwọ́ òun òwò rí. Ó wá jẹ́ pé èèyàn kan ló wá gbé ọwọ́ òun tẹ bá tẹ orúkọ ẹ̀ ní ìsinyìí. Kíní domestic violence ẹ̀ lè máa bá.
Mo máa jáde. Mo téèyàn tọ́ téèyàn fún gbogbo wàhálà tọ̀.
in his 30-something years, till teenage years, 20s, till fi ní record tí ò fi ṣe nǹkan kan. Nǹkan tó máa gbé jáde lórí orúkọ ẹ̀ nìyẹn. So kí ni òun náà wá fẹ́ fi retaliate? Mo ní but tó bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kì í ṣe òun nìkan ló retaliate sí.
Àwọn ọmọ yẹn gangan kọ́.
Àwọn ọmọ náà máa jẹ́ nù ẹ̀. Kò dẹ̀ yẹ káwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ jẹ́ ìyà ìmọ̀dí. Ẹ̀yin méjèèjì lẹ pè wọ́n wálé ayé. You brought them into this world. You cannot make them suffer for what you did. For what you and their mother is doing. It's not their fault that they're here. You have to put your pride to the side and concentrate on your children.
Honestly.
Let them be, because in the future they will tell you, remember what happened? Our dad was there. Don't think they don't know what's going on.
They do.
Your son tells you the whole story now. I'm a town busy, my town busy. Woman so ni recycle those adult people. I'm a dirty lot to Adapada. Òun làwọn ọmọ kéékèèké tán bí sí ẹ̀rí mi ìbí ìwà arúgbó ló máa wò nínú ẹ̀gbọ́n.
Lọ́tọ́ mọ̀ gan àwa ò mọ̀.
Ṣé kò tí sọ táwọn ọmọ yẹn bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ tán bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ story bẹ́ẹ̀ gbà mí ṣe mọ̀ táwọn ọmọ náà bá ń bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn cousins wọn ẹ bá ń tẹ́tí sí àwọn nǹkan tán máa sọ fúnra wọn. Màmá did this yẹ́ ẹ̀ máa wò máa wò pé èmi rè láyé mi máa sọ tí ò gbọ́ nǹkan táwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ sọ. But ẹ tún ti fún mi ní another confidence and backup, like it will be good to go ahead and do what I'm supposed to do, because
100%,
at the same time tèmi gan náà bá gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó yẹ kí n gbé.
No, ọlọ́mọ ìpín orí regret ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àmì.
I won't be able to forgive myself.
Yes.
The opportunity to make a correction. So
100%.
Now I know that whatever action that I take to safeguard these kids is not being,
it's not, honestly.
So I say
yes, ma.
As always, every time I come up once in a while like this, that you always give me this opportunity. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody.
Thank you so much,
advice
ma.
and suggestion.
Yes,
Because gbogbo àwọn tó bá dẹ̀ bọ̀ lẹ́yìn náà tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń bímọ. Kò sẹ́ni tó mú láti jẹ́ single mother.
Kò sí.
Lóòótọ́ ibòmíì máa ń wà tó jẹ́ pé ó máa jẹ́ pé abusive kìíní, ibòmíì máa ń wà tó máa jẹ́ wípé like some people say tọkùnrin ò ní fẹ́ kóbìnrin gbérí jò òun lọ. And it comes sometimes from the background. You have to be submissive to your husband. You can be submissive to your husband, to your significant other, and still make it in life. You have to earn your own place in life. You don't have to come in ló máa gbọ́ gbogbo bùkátà lé tán bá yí ojú ẹ̀ sí òun alẹ́ àbí báwo náà ṣe máa sọ Yorùbá yẹn wọ́n máa kú ẹ̀kọ́ ẹlẹ́dàá ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ọmọ ọkùnrin mi ò dẹ̀ ní conscience.
Wọ́n ní o.
Their biggest thing, especially in our society, ni pé when the child grows up, they will ask for their father. Àìmọye ọmọ tó bí ìrìn tí yìí ti máa ń sọ fún àwọn tèmi gan pé bàbá yín màmá ní pé I don't know him. I don't know him. Yes.
Thank you, Ruth.
Ó ti ètò láti wọn yẹn because ọ̀tọ̀ ní tàwọn tẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀yẹn òun nìkan ní ó máa ti pé 21 sí bàbá ẹ̀ má dẹ̀ ti lọ bèrè kàkà kò sọ pé yẹ ẹ̀ burú mọ́ o. And I don't know him and I really don't care.
You can imagine.
America, you so
Tito.
And I know now he wants to know me. I don't want to know him.
So for that, your own particular man, he was not there for the children. He wasn't ready to take up the child's.
The child, my youngest, ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí
kò dẹ̀ ṣe kankan. Can you imagine?
But ó dẹ̀ disappear like ó dẹ̀ jáde wọlé sí ìlú yìí. But tó dẹ̀ wò pé màá raise ọmọ mi. Àti bí tó wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá lọ sọ ní ìsìn àpẹ́ àbí ẹ̀ máa ti ń béèrè ẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ pété ni animal please don't start again please I don't know that man.
Àwọn sperm donors.
Yeah. And I don't want to know him now. Èmi mo tún máa ń fi style ìpètù sílẹ̀ pé kó má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ wípé kò yé kò mọ nǹkan tó ṣe wọ́n yes he does. I'm not the only child.
Please help me to power tap because kò jẹ́ kí n gbé èèyàn kankan gòkè mọ́ kí ni yẹn ti stay. Help me to power tap.
So I really once again I really thank you.
Mommy,
I appreciate your time and giving me this
time
to actually air out what's been bothering me. This has been going on for a while.
Bless you.
Really bothered me. I had to call up work today because mo pé tí bá débi iṣẹ́ wọ́n á wò mí wọ́n á bí mi pé what's the matter with you
Yeah.
bá rí bójú mi ṣe wú because I couldn't sleep.
Oh, bless you, mommy.
Mo call off níbi iṣẹ́ lè ní ni pé I'll just take my time. Mo ti bí ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ látàrí pé kó ṣàjọ kó bá mi pé àbúrò ẹ̀ kó bá mi bá sọ̀rọ̀ but Ọlọ́run á kọ́ wa mọ̀.
Ọlọ́run á fi yín lọ́kàn balẹ̀, mommy.
Amen.
Ọlọ́run á fi yín lọ́kàn balẹ̀.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, mommy. Ọlọ́run á fi yín lọ́kàn balẹ̀. And like I said earlier on, Ruth is a social worker, children's social worker. I am an adult social worker. She has more knowledge about child protection, and that's why I always.
I followed her already right away.
Okay, that's good.
From the way she was talking, because I also work with
children,
kids with under the
disability.
Spectrum.
Oh, right.
So and you see a lot. You see a lot of things, stuff like that. So from the way she was talking, I already know this
children,
person is under the social work field, and I followed her right away already.
Thank you very much. Ọlọ́run á dùn wá nínú lórí wọn ṣe ti gbọ́. And èmi náà máa ń sọ, èmi náà ní grandchildren. I do tell my, daughter-in-law, look, it is not about the fact that I am your husband's mother. If there's any issue and you are not, tackling it and it affects the children, I will call social services where you are and I'll let them know, because it's my duty to protect those children. You understand? And anywhere you are, I believe it should be the same thing. At least here in the UK, US, and everywhere. I don't know about the US. In the UK here, bá jẹ́ best friend me, kò jẹ́ best friend me. If I see that the way your children are being taken care of, they are at risk, I will report you. You can call me names. Some people do not even know they are having mental health issue and they are training children. They don't know what they are going through themselves. Ìwọ tó ní tó wà mentally stable, how can you take care of your children? So if I report that kind of a person, ẹwà ni mo wicked. No, I'm doing those children favor. Do you understand? So I wish you all the best, mommy. Honestly, I wish you all the best. Gracefully and ruthless, anything you want to say before,
èèyàn látẹ̀ nǹkan eré nǹkan tí mò ń sọ lẹ́ǹkan náà nìyẹn. Grandma, Ọlọ́run á fún yín ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ tẹ máa fi rí ọ̀nà tẹ máa fi take àwọn grandchildren yín. Ọlọ́run ò dẹ̀ ní jẹ́ kó sú yín, kò ní jẹ́ kó rẹ̀ yín láti Ọlọ́run. It's very, you see, one of the reasons tí mò ń sọ lẹ́ǹkan nìyẹn pé sometimes co-parenting, it is easy for us to say pé káwọn kan máa co-parent. Kò sẹ́ni tí ò fẹ́ co-parent. Ìsídà kó jẹ́ pé ọkọ ló wà vindictive, ìsídà kó jẹ́ pé ìyàwó ló wà vindictive. Probably bóyá ó ti suffer in the hands of the wife or in the hands of the husband. Òun ni mo ṣe ń sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn pé sometimes you can raise your kids good and then Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú àwọn ọmọ wa ni kó má ṣèfẹ́, kó má dẹ̀ ṣe ọkọ, kó má ṣe ìyàwó fẹ́. It's so easy fún yàn láti sọ pé kán ṣe báyìí, ká ló fẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ ẹ́ lọ sí system nílùú òyìnbó. Tàárí àwọn ọmọ tó wà ní system táyé wọ́n bàjẹ́. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká bí wọn, ká bí àwọn ọmọ. Sometimes ọmọ yẹn sọ pé parenting is not an easy job for anybody. Irú ọmọ mi yẹn sìn kò lè ever forgive woman yẹn. And unknowingly ibi tó wà pain kò ní mọ̀ pé òun tún máa hurt àwọn ọmọ mi process. A máa wò pé òun ò tún nífẹ̀ẹ́. Nǹkan tí mo sọ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí brother mi yẹn nìyẹn náà. Because this woman called police for her, wọ́n lock bọ́dá lọ sẹ́wọ̀n.
Nítorí ọmọ.
Ọmọ sẹ́wọ̀n. Ìrònú ọmọ tó kú yẹn, ọmọ 21 years tó kú yẹn ló pa bọ̀dá mi.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He died because it was
traumatic for him.
Because he did all he could. But in the process of all he could do, I had to brother, okay, I accepted pé bàtà àwọn yẹn kéré, So Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú àwa parenting, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kéèyàn ní ọkọ tí ò ready láti co-parent tó kàn feel pé no, I have to frustrate you for leaving me. Or kíyàwó máa sọ pé mo fẹ́ frustrate ẹ̀ torí nǹkan tó ti ṣe fún mi nínú marriage ó ṣe báyìí. She understand.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
takes the grace of God. Kọ́ ló ń kó sí àwọn parents yẹn nínú.
Àmín.
Kọ́ rántí pé àwọn ọmọ tó ń bí sílẹ̀ ló ń jìyà ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí wọn ò mọwọ́ tí wọn ò mẹsẹ̀. Because in the process, okay, irú ẹni tó jẹ́ pé bóyá ìyàwó ọkọ ó máa ń lu màmá wọn gbàásgbòó lójoojúmọ́, and this woman kept on saying wípé no, torí àwọn ọmọ mi lẹ́ni sọ́fà ìtorí ẹni yóò lè tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ yìí tí n bá kó àwọn ọmọ yìí lọ kò síbi tí mo fẹ́ kó wọn lọ, and this victim the stigma tó wà nínú Nigerian system ó ti jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn máa bẹ̀rù. Ẹ̀wòrú even láàbùrọ̀dì ẹ fẹ́ cooperate pẹ̀lú ẹlòmí wéré ní wọn àwọn akátá wọn ò gbádùn. Wọ́n fẹ́ cooperate pẹ̀lú wọn already because wọ́n fẹ́ make ara wọn pàápàá tó ń ṣe sára wọn tó máa dúró pé sẹ́ẹ̀ ò ní rí ọmọ yẹn tọkùnrin yẹn máa kígbe fátáfótó pé àní ẹ wo kí lorúkọ bọ̀bọ̀ yìí tó máa kọrin yìí. This guy is also was in fact ó fèsì kínní yẹn tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo owó ló ná lórí ẹ̀ tí wọ́n yẹn ń gbé lọ sí kọ̀.
Kí ló pọ̀ bọ́ ìyẹn ló ń tẹ̀sí wá lópin.
Mo fẹ́ kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ òmùdẹ̀ fọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀ lórí Instagram ó máa ń kégbe ní all the time. Ó ti lọ sẹ́wọ̀n nítorí pé ó ń jà torí ọmọ ẹ̀. But one good thing about him could give up lórí ọmọ.
Sorry guys, kò jẹ́ níyàn gbé sókè ẹ má bínú gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ request I can't bring anybody up kí níyàn network yẹn ni I don't know.
Tẹ bá ti rẹ̀ ní tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ìjẹ́ kí n.
No ẹ̀yin kọ́ kò ń ṣọ̀dọ̀ yín kò jẹ́ kí n gbéyàn wá ni kò network yẹn never be power tap àwọn èèyàn request but kò gbà.
So ẹ wo at the end of the day ọmọ yẹn ti wá pé 18 ọmọ fúnra rẹ̀ ló sọ pé òun fẹ́ nítorí owó tó ń gbà benefit tó ń gbà yẹn ó frustrate Ọlọ́run ló ní kí máa yẹ kó jẹ́.
Ó ṣe é ṣe nìyẹn.
Ó ló frustrate life òun but at the end of the day nígbà tó mọ́ dàgbà wọ́n ti pé 18 sí ọmọ fúnra rẹ̀ this year àbí last year kọ́ lọ́mọ sọ pé òun fẹ́ lọ máa gbé pẹ̀lú bàbá òun sẹ́. Òun fẹ́ lọ máa gbé ńgbà tán lọ sí court last òun ò bá ìyá òun gbé mọ́.
Ọmọ ló demand tó ń gbé.
Àwọn náà tún máa fìyà jẹ ọmọ yẹn wọn ò lè tọ́jú ọmọ o wọn already àti tọmọ fẹ́ live normal life o ìtọ́jú àwọn ọmọ wa náà because ìmí ìdẹ máa ń dánú wọn tẹ bá rí ìmí ìtẹ bá wẹ̀ wò pé ṣé àwọn ará bíi náà
nílé yìí.
ìyẹn mo ṣe ń sọ pé some parents raising kid you might do èèyàn lè má fẹ́ kí ọmọ yẹn wà get caught up in that kind of situation but téèyàn ní kejì ò bá gbà kó sí téèyàn lè ṣe kò sí téèyàn lè ṣe ó lè máa affect àwọn ọmọ yẹn psychologically wọ́n affect wọn gan.
Ó yẹ kí n disconnect wọn lórí àwọn ọmọ kan. Kò jẹ́ kí n recheck kò jẹ́ kí n ṣe nǹkan kan kò jẹ́ n disconnect òun dẹ̀ ló gbé wọn wá sókè. Wọ́n dẹ̀. Tosin, take your voice off or disconnect yourself. Kò yẹ kí n ṣe kò yẹ kí n disconnect wọn tó bá ń ṣe nǹkan burúkú lọ́wọ́ bó ṣe máa jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nìyí.
Ọlọ́run á bá mọ́mì yẹn arún á fún wọn ní orí ọ̀fẹ́ tó fi máa rí solution sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn because that very deep ó wà àyẹ̀wò bọ́n ṣe wá dé wọ́n tún máa feel relief wọ́n tún get advice.
Okay, Unity, Peace and Happiness said, I'm based in the US working with child protection agents. I can give the caller a guide if needed. Yes, ma. We will appreciate that, Unity.
Nice.
Mommy Adebukola. Mommy Adebukola. Báwo mo ṣe máa gbé woman ìbò lẹ́nu. Mommy Adebukola.
Mo ń dá yín náà.
Okay.
Mo ti dá ẹniyẹn náà padà.
All right, okay, ma.
Mo ti dá ẹniyẹn náà padà.
Okay, ma.
Mo ti dá ẹniyẹn náà padà.
Kẹ̀kẹ́ follow ẹ̀ kẹ lọ DM ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, mo máa follow wọn gan sí.
Unity, please. We will appreciate if you can help out. Whichever advice and support you can give, we will really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
These kids really need that help.
I can imagine. You've trained your own child in your.
Society is hard enough. Don't be deep. Come on, you must say, "Well, where is new one?
Of course. Kó máa di self-harming ni.
Àwọn ọmọ yẹn tún máa wá withdraws into themselves.
Of course.
Àná ló sọ fún tíjà lánàá, ìyẹn ló fi wá sọ fún nínú mi mọ nǹkan tí yẹn sọ fún. Ló sọ fún pé mẹ́ shut up bro. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ báyẹn rí. ọmọ sọ fún tí ká kíní ẹ̀ after school kíní ẹ̀ wípé kó shut up.
Oh shit.
He's now taking out the frustration out
Oh no, the trauma.
ìyẹn tó wá sọ fún lánàá pé òun ò rí kọ́mọdé máa act
Kò ṣe báyìí rí.
tó wá béèrè bàbá pé kí bàbá ẹ̀ kọ́ where is his dad wípé because nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ òun notice pé nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ pé because àwọn ìwà tó ń wù lẹ́nu jọ́ mẹ́ta ẹ̀ òun ò ever rí kó máa wúrú rà pé he has never behaved in this manner. You understand? tó fi dídì sọ fún àgbà wọ́n ṣe jẹ́ wípé ìlú iná bí wọ́n ṣe and everything àwọn ọmọ mi bó ṣe jẹ́ pé bí mo yìí fún and still raise them with the African standard báwọn ọmọ mi ṣe ga tó àwọn ọmọkùnrin jẹ́ 6 foot tí wọ́n ò lè rí yín.
Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ balẹ̀.
sọ pé hi aunty tó bá máa sọ good afternoon bá wọ́n máa dọ̀bálẹ̀ ni. ìdójóbìnrin wọn máa kúnlẹ̀ fún yín ni. bó ṣe jẹ́ pé mi tí mo jẹ́ ìyá wọn gan yìí o I practically grew up in this country o. but díẹ̀ tí mo yìí Naija náà bí mi sí but mo ti gbé nílùú ìjù Naija lọ but mi ò ever forget that home training tó ń fún mi and I thank God fún àwọn àgbàlagbà tó náà tó fi sí life mi nígbà tí mo ti dé ìlú so I instill that kind of tradition in our kids then church and everything. You know, my family, my kito kúrò ní New York, even up until now, they still go to church and everything. Hey, they run mommy, come say hi uncle or hi auntie. About say about so good afternoon, one mad for you.
You can see the values you have given your own children, the training, your own values. About data,
it's still in them, which is what I'm trying to. It's still in my grandchildren too. This is our grandkids me. Àwọn yìí nìkan ni ò jẹ́ kí n jẹ́ part of their life. Bí mo ṣe wà in my other grandchildren, I have 7 grandchildren.
Wow, Ọlọ́run ẹ jẹ́ kejìrì wọn lágbára Ọlọ́run.
I have 7. Àwọn tí èyí nìkan kì í ṣe bàbá wọn nìkan ló tún wá fìyà ẹ̀ jẹ. Even me as their grandmother, their family. Kò máa jẹ́ wípé tó bá rí mi báyìí tẹ́ bá rí báwọn ọmọdé ṣe máa ń ṣe wọ́n ló bá wọ́n yá wípé where have you been? Ṣé mo fẹ́ máa sọ fún wọn ní wípé ìyá wọn
ń ṣe bákan.
Ní ilé sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọkọ mo máa tún máa put blame yẹn ọ̀ma èmi máa tún take blame yẹn bí ìgbà pé mi ni mi ò ní time fún wa.
Just to cover up.
Yeah, just to cover up. Ṣé mo yàn tún gbọ́dọ̀ dá nǹkan tí ò dá sí mind àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Mani ẹ kó má bínú pé it's work, you know, they have been so busy, grandma has been so busy. Àwọn ní you can't come and get us, mani kó má bínú. Kí ni mo fẹ́ ṣe? Just kọ́ ẹ má tún kó má dàbí ìbáyé pé ìyá yín náà mi tó fẹ́ kó tó fẹ́ wọn.
Grandma, ẹ lè take custody àwọn ọmọ yẹn.
She will.
Ibi tí mo máa lọ nìkan tó fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ yẹn náà.
Àwọn ọmọ yẹn máa wà sad since they are.
Ọlẹ́yìn méjèèjì ni máa rojọ́ mọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀.
Nǹkan tẹ́ ká ṣe nìyẹn.
Ọlẹ́yìn méjèèjì ni máa rojọ́ mọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ wípé ẹ̀yin méjèèjì lẹ́ ń fìyà jà ọmọdé. Because owó ò fẹ́ gbọ́ ìwọ náà ò fẹ́ gbà. Àwọn ọmọdé ló dàgbà èdè mídùn. Ó tún bí mi lóní pé wípé màá rojọ́ mọ́ òun lẹ́sẹ̀ mo lọ́lọ́.
Of course.
Mo ní màá rojọ́ mọ́ ẹ lẹ́sẹ̀.
Èmi gan á ṣe fọmọ mi ọkùnrin tó bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
Mo máa sọ fún adájọ́ wípé ẹ̀yin méjèèjì lẹ lọ́tà yín ò gbádùn. Wípé lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ máa take nǹkan tí kan ṣe fún gbogbo out of ọ̀nà àwọn ọmọdé. So, you know, the next step now, like I said, ọkàn mi balẹ̀ wípé
God will sort it out for you.
The public, the society, àwọn tó wà níbí báyìí, and I know they're also mature adults.
Of course.
They validate what I'm thinking of doing. Kó má dàbí báyìí pé for selfish reasons.
No, it's not for selfish. No.
Kó má dàbí báyìí pé èèyàn fẹ́ fọwọ́ lágbáyàn lò.
No, it's for the protection of those children, safety of those children first.
Because tell me about the credential, maybe the weight that I have, I have the space for them in my home and everything. Kò lè tako mi. Ìgboro lòun gbé sọ̀bọ̀bù lèmi gbé. And our lives are day and night completely. But these kids need nurturing safe environment. At least màá mọ̀ pé bàbá wọn kò tí a lè sọ pé bàbá wọn ò lè wá rí wọn nílé mi.
Figure 50. Yeah, you need
Adájọ́
enough
kan bá
evidence
wọn
and
dà, tó bá jẹ́ every weekend,
compatibility.
tó bá gbẹ́rẹ́ tó bá fẹ́ lọ máa ká àwọn ọmọ ìlọ́dọ̀ yẹ, lọ máa kó wọn, kó rí wọn kó dẹ̀ dá wọn padà. Ìwọ náà ìyá, tó bá yẹ pé weekend ti ẹ relé lọ káwọn ọmọ ẹ tó bá ti go spend the time pẹ̀lú wọn tán kó wọn padà kó wá dẹ̀ ráyè ṣe ayé ẹ títí that street tó fẹ́
run streets.
Yeah.
God.
That street tó fẹ́ run yẹn, go and run it all you want. I don't care. I've lived my own life. I've raised my own kids. And if I can do 5, man, you can do 2.
100%.
Bàbá àkọ́bí ẹ gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ náà nítorí ìranù yìí náà ni. Want to find out.
Ẹ̀yin wá fi tàwọn ọmọ tí yín lẹ̀.
Kọ́kọ́ bí náà, ìyẹn náà gba ọmọ yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ni náà.
Wọ́n fa àwọn ọmọ yẹn lẹ̀.
Ìyẹn náà gba ọmọ ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ni. So, you know, mo mọ̀ wípé nǹkan, that's why it's good sometimes to voice out. Kéèyàn má kàn máa pàǹkọ́mọ́ra. At least you will be able to get help.
Of
When you
course.
seek help, you get it.
100%.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that
You spoke
God
up.
gave me the courage
Thank
to say
you, ma.
this out. And I came on God actually sent me on this platform today for a reason.
Yeah.
Because I will continue
To share it and go through.
so
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
just gbogbo nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí ti tó sọ fún teacher kò sọ tán. All this just happened
Just
yesterday.
happened. Yeah.
Gbogbo bó ṣe just yesterday àná aláàánú yìí níbi iṣẹ́ ni mo wà tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní send ní gbogbo kìíní.
Hi.
Mi ò lè parí shift.
Ẹ ní lè concentrate láíláí. Ẹ ní lè concentrate láyé.
Wípé mò ń lọ ilé gbogbo wọn bí mi nípa because it's unlike you, what's the matter? Mo parọ́ ní gbogbo bí mo ṣe wà yìí ọmọ kan ti lọ ṣe kinní kan fún mi ò èmi lọ lé o.
N ti máa sọ fáwọn èèyàn nìyẹn tá a bá wá sí platform.
Once again,
Thank you, mom.
Nǹkan tí ẹni yẹn kọ ẹ ṣe ń pè mí ni mo ti jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ wípé
Ìwà ń bí. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. That's good, ma.
And I'll follow her right
And that's why I always tell everybody, please, when you come to the platform, it's not about just arguments unnecessarily. Say something, somebody might be there that needs that advice, that needs that help at that point. But the back one, arguments, unnecessary arguments. Come on, arguments. Argumentative. Don't be argumentative. Put it.
each other and all that.
Yes, just
let's focus on something else. It takes a village to raise a child.
Honestly.
Especially like I said, I want Gen Z, I want computer children. Almost 3 years old, almost phone me. Work ìjọ àgbàlagbà tó ti dàgbà tó ti bímọ lọ. Wọ́n máa kọ yín ni. Ọlọ́run ti fi chíìpù sí wọn lórí, ó ti fi chíìpù sí wọn lọ́pọlọ lágbọ̀n.
Tó bá ọpẹ́rẹ́tì fóònù fún yín. Ìjọ tí ìyẹn sọ báyìí, ó máa lọ, ó máa tẹ fóònù yẹn, ó ní iPad, ó máa tẹ iPad yẹn, ó máa lọ sí orí YouTube fúnra rẹ̀. A kan fóònù yẹn, a kan sórí YouTube. Mo ń wọ báyìí pé ipò ìyá ẹ̀ ní ìyá ẹ̀ lóhùn mo ní olóyá ọgbà tí mo wò báyìí. Mo lanu mi lẹ́ẹ̀mí ìmàlè pàdé ní àjíyá mi.
A tún sọ fún yín wípé you are not doing it properly. Look at it. It's so easy.
Kan bébí kìíní kan tó máa ń lọ wò yẹn, ó pì kẹfà ó tàn fúnra rẹ̀. Láwọn ọmọ táwọn ń sìn. Ọmọ kò ì pẹ́ tù o. Nígbà tí mo sọ ìkò ì pẹ́ tù.
Let's hear from Starborn. Starborn, good evening, ma'am. Ó ti jáde. All right. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Gratefulness. Ó dà pé ẹ̀ ń sọ pọ̀pọ̀ lọ. Gracefulness. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ lọ yẹn.
Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú
Ó kọ́ wa mọ̀ sí. Ó ti allow mi kí n gbé àwọn èèyàn sí. Ó dà kó ti allow mi sí.
Because ó máa ń dùn mí gan tí àwọn parents ìbọn bá ń jà.
Wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn ọmọ.
Ẹ ní ronú pé àwọn ọmọ yìí wọ́n máa sọ́fà. Irọ́ ni nǹkan tó ń dùn wọ́n yẹn làwọn máa face. Lágbájá ṣe báyìí fún mi, tàmẹ̀dú ṣe báyìí fún mi.
Yeah, as you're coming in, unity and peace. Anything you want to say? More unity and peace. Yes, ma'am. Unity and peace. Okay, I think she's Moremi. Moremi, are you there? Baba students.
Ṣẹ́ni tó bá kọjú sí ọkọ yìí ló kọ sẹ́lòmí o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Ṣé ọ̀dọ́rọ̀ ayé ṣẹ́ni ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọkùnrin àti obìnrin sùúrù ló gbà o. Ẹjọ́ fi sùúrù lòlẹ̀ ayé kádẹ̀ tọ̀wọ̀ mọ́ wa dáadáa. Gbogbo nǹkan tí mọ́mì yẹn sọ tí n bá rí àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbéyàwó ní Amẹ́ríkà yìí àgàgà Chicago yìí ẹ̀rọ náà máa ń bà mí. Ẹ̀rọ máa wò pé tí ò bá wulẹ̀ ṣe tó bá ṣe é ṣe kí gbogbo wa pàápàá pàtó. Wọ́n bá pè é àwọn ìjọba. Kíní
gbọ́ yín dádì. Students gbọ́ yín. Ó rí wọn, wọ́n really fẹ́ contribute, unfortunately that could be tán wà yẹn ni. Gbọ́ yín, abẹ́ gbọ́ wọn, gbọ́ yín. It's unfortunate. Moremi, are you there? Unity, are you there? Is Moremi there? Bàbá ti padà.
No, I'm sure we first lọ síbi tí màá ti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ má bínú.
Okay. Tí bá ti ráyè sọ̀rọ̀ mú kọ wípé wà ń bẹ̀ ni. Orí ayọ̀ ní tèmi.
Yà ẹ kúrò lẹ̀ mà. Kálẹ̀ ẹ ra mà.
Ruthless, thank you so much, sis. I really appreciate you. And please, you know that you're very, very, very important on this platform. We appreciate you. Thank you. Let me give you a clap. Have a lovely night. Thank you, sis. Ayo. Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome.
Yes, ma.
Agboyin ma.
Okay. So, mo kàn fẹ́ discuss nípa co-parenting, right? Ṣe the topic tense on here.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Yeah. And again, pé divorce àti ọkùnrin ṣe máa jọ tọmọ tí wọ́n bá ti divorce. And to me, all depend lórí understanding. Understand? Tí understanding and patience láàrin bàbá àti ìyá because kò easy.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Because èèyàn kan máa fẹ́ ṣe pé mi ò ní gbà. The other one might, I'm ready to do it with you. And the other person might be like, no, mi ò ní gbà. Mo fẹ́ ká ọmọ yẹn rí pé èèyàn burúkú ni ẹsẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ ká ọmọ yẹn rí pé ìwọ gangan ni problem ṣe. Ṣé ti understand? Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ibi tí erin méjì bá ti jà.
Koríko bẹ̀ ni.
Ló máa jìyà ẹ̀. Ṣé ti understand? Kọ́ lọ ràn wá lọ́wọ́. So the only thing ni pé kí àwọn parents wa àtàwọn àtàjọmọ kékeré náà ká máa understand pé number one, marriage is not like pé nǹkan tó wà missing. Ṣé understand pé kìíní máa lọ for life. So tó wá jẹ́ pé nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bá wá ṣẹlẹ̀ in future nínú marriage kéèyàn máa rántí pé if not for these kids mi ò ní bọ́kùnrin yìí ṣe mọ́ṣẹ́ to understand.
Oh, Moremi, you have a question for Ruth, Abi? Ruthless, yeah, she's gone. I don't know if she's still around anyway, but if you have a question.
Tí kálukú bá lọ nílò ẹ̀, òye yín kí wọ́n consider àwọn ọmọ yẹn láti ṣe co-parenting. Ẹ máa rí pé tẹ́ bá máa ń wo kí ni Oríyọmí dáadáa, even though most of the people that are coming there are illiterate, I'm sorry to say that. But ẹ máa rí pé most of them are broken home. Àwọn ọmọ tó máa ń gbé wá síbẹ̀ yẹn. Lẹ máa rí most of them nínú 100%.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí rọ́ńbẹ̀. Kò sí rọ́ńbẹ̀.
Lẹ máa ráwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n ń kú lójú títí anímọ́mí ẹ̀ ń kọ́ wọ́n ti lọ. Dádì ẹ̀ ń kọ́ wọ́n ti lọ. Ẹ ti understand. So ó dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú àwọn tá a pera wa ní educated people yìí náà. Ego dẹ̀ ní tọ̀dọ̀ wa. It's nothing. Ego like I can do it. So tí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ká máa ro tàwọn ọmọ yẹn ká dẹ̀ máa ro future àwọn ọmọ yẹn ká jẹ́ kí ìṣọ̀kan kò í ṣe dandan ni pé ká bára yín nílé ọ̀wẹ́ ẹ lè padà lè ní joint ní meeting point.
Tẹ̀wọ̀n máa ti ríra for the sake of those children.
Owó sùn àwọn ọmọ yẹn you can méjì ẹ mọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n máa ṣe lè pín sí méjì tágbára bá wà tó bá jẹ́ èèyàn kan ló lè ṣe ní month yìí kó ṣe tó bá jẹ́ èèyàn mi ló lè ṣe next month kó ṣe kó má dúró pé bàbá ẹ̀ ò sanwó school lọ school nìyẹn o àbí èmi ni mò ń sanwó school ẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ ò tún fojú rí ẹ mọ́ láíláí. Ó máa affect àwọn ọmọ yẹn ó máa affect wọn seriously àwọn ọmọ yẹn they might not talk ṣùgbọ́n máa affect wọn máa affect wọn gan ìyẹn ní aspect yẹn then another aspect ni pé when we are talking about marriage, like my godmother torí ẹ̀ mo ṣe lo fake account ni mo lò wọlé so that màá lè flow dáadáa. My godmother ní American bí báyìí ọmọ mẹ́rin ló bí ọkọ wọn ní bíbá ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wèrè láti kékeré nílùú òyìnbó bíbá lamẹ́ríkà bí ni o ọkọ wọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wèrè láti kékeré màmá yẹn ló ń ṣe night bàbá ń ṣe day so bàbá máa tí màmá bá ti lọ bíṣẹ́ lálẹ́ bàbá ló yẹ kó dúró ti àwọn ọmọlé bàbá máa gbé obìnrin wálé ni
Jesus Christ
bíṣẹ́ lálẹ́ so àwọn ọmọ yẹn they were still young ìkan nínú wọn tó wá tó jẹ́ pé òun wà bold second bọ̀ wọn olúwa máa ná ó máa gbádá ìdádì why you bring in woman to house mommy is the one so tí màmá bá ti dé láàárọ̀ màmá yẹn ní ọmọ yẹn ló máa bá wọn pé mommy daddy bring a woman to the house kìnnìkan màmá lọ bá bàbá pé ṣọmọ kékeré máa parọ́ ní kìnnìkan ìyẹn wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wàhálà yẹn láti kékeré to the extent pé àwọn bàbá yẹn yẹ kó dúró táwọn ọmọ lé lọ́jọ́ kan tí màmá ti fàṣẹ lọ bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ fi àwọn ọmọ yẹn sí àwọn kéékèèké social worker àwọn níbọ̀ dẹ̀ pé ọlọ́pàá wọ́n dẹ̀ wá kó àwọn ọmọ lọ bàbá sá lọ ní o ọlọ́pàá wá kó àwọn ọmọ bàbá sá lọ màmá yẹn ló fèsì màmá yẹn ló sọ pé
no take the blame
pé ẹ̀wẹ̀ tó jẹ́ kí lorúkọ àwọn tó bá wa tọ́jú ọmọ child care wọn pé kò sọ fún òun òní wá pé kò sóun fi sílẹ̀ sílé ní kíníkan ìyá ẹ̀ ṣeré ọmọ mẹ́rin.
tó o bá gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
náà kí ni wọ́n rí nínú lẹ́sìn tí mo rí kọ́ nínú live wọn like story wọn ò ṣe sọ tán lé bàbá yẹn ta lé lẹ́yìn onáwó jẹ.
Jesus Christ.
wọ́n jọ ṣe so many things kí bàbá gbé mọ́tò máa lọ ká ìyá ló ń faṣẹ́ bàbá kan ṣe fàájà lọ nàìjà àlọ́ náwó bọ́ màmá yẹn dúró torí pé number one mọ́mí àní kò sí pé mi ò níṣẹ́ mi lọ́wọ́ I'm working. ìgbà tí mo ti ń náwó nàkúnà mi bá dówó pọ̀ mọ́ owó mi sọ́tọ̀ mo ṣe àwọn kan mi separately number one kò sí pàǹnara wa nínú marriage yẹn kò sí pàǹnara wa pé bóyá ó ń gbà mí lójú àbí mo gbà lójú tó bá ti gbé wèrè ẹ̀dẹ̀ tó bá ti fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ máa ti mú kí mọ́tò mi máa ti jáde mí jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ mi witness wípé àbúra wa lójú ẹ̀ mo lè wá pè lórí fún tí mọ́mí ṣe máa sọ fún mi pé mo máa pè lórí fún máa ṣépè fún máa ṣe gbogbo ìbínú tí mo fẹ́ bí máa dí sí nínú fóònù lórí fóònù ṣẹ́pẹ̀lẹ̀ when I go back home máa wọ yàrá mi máa tilẹ̀kùn wí táwọn bá dẹ̀ ti wá délé àwọn sáré kó àwọn ọmọ yẹn pé ẹ wá o bàbá yín ó lè bínú mo ṣẹ́ ni o mo ti ṣẹ́ ẹ bá ti di tó ń pariwo ẹ má wà scared o I'm at fault so just be telling him sorry daddy so wọn táwọn bá ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún àwọn yẹn bá àwọn á sá lọ sínú yàrá àwọn àti ẹ̀pọ̀ láì máa gòkè bọ̀.
because of fẹ́ káwọn ọmọ máa experience domestic violence ó máa rí.
ó máa lọ ló máa pariwo ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa pariwo lọ pariwo bọ̀ àwọn èèyàn máa ní daddy but mommy is not talking please daddy àmà ní your mother is stupid your mother is this your mother is that fine màmá yẹn ní àwọn fi orí tì í pé àwọn ti ní máa dàgbà àwọn máa divorce ẹ̀ pé kò káwọn tó divorce àwọn ọmọ yìí máa ṣoríire náà àwọn ọmọ yìí máa ti lè dá dúró wọ́n máa rí father figure wọ́n máa rí mother figure nínú life wọn so wọ́n ní màmá yẹn wá dúró now she has 3 doctors and 1 lawyer she has 3 doctors and 1 lawyer ó fi màmá yẹn forí tì í ṣé màmá yẹn forí tì í to the extent pé tí last born wọn obìnrin ọkàn náà ni wọ́n lò ní last born wọn ó ní doctor lòun náà ìgbà tó ọmọ yẹn wà ní final year ní investor ọmọ yẹn ló wá pe àwọn méjèèjì jókòó pé mom dad I can say that both of you don't love each other you are just doing this for us you are doing this so that we can become a better person and thank God we are good. Can you people please divorce so that ẹ̀mí yín máa lè gùn?
Lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀.
Kẹ́ máa lọ, kí kálukú máa lọ. Now, bàbá ọmọ yẹn ti sọ tí wọ́n ti. Yàrá ọmọ yẹn ti dàgbà, wọ́n ti gbálé, wọ́n ti wà láyè, wọn kálukú ti wà láyè. The woman now, wọ́n wá divorce, the woman now pack everything that belongs to her. Ilé tí wọ́n rà tí wọ́n jọ ń gbé yẹn, wọ́n fi ilé yẹn sílẹ̀ fún bàbá. The woman now went to rent 1-bedroom apartment. Màmá yẹn wá ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ ó wá sọ fún àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi ò tí ì rẹ́dí láti divorce ẹ̀ torí táwọn bá divorce ẹ̀ ń sìn kò ṣiṣẹ́ púpọ̀ èmi ni mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ tí mò ń make more money that's that's what he wanted, like kí n divorce ẹ̀ kó lè máa gbowó lọ because ó máa máa fún nífẹ̀ẹ́ lónìí. Ní Amẹ́ríkà ẹ tó bá pawó jù nínú ọkọ
ló máa gbà.
máa gba owó. Tó bá jẹ́ ọkọ ló ń pawó jù, ọkọ ló máa fún ìyàwó lówó.
Wow.
Ìyẹn tí àwọn ọmọ bá ti dàgbà tí wọ́n ti kọjá pé child support. Jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́sẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ ìyàwó ló ń pawó jù tí ò sí pé child support tí ò sẹ́ni pé ìyàwó ló máa fún ọkọ lówó. Yes, tí wọ́n ṣe system wọn nìyẹn. So whatever tí wọ́n bá wá jọ ní papọ̀ wọ́n á pín sí méjì fún àwọn méjèèjì. Why they are still in marriage kan tó divorce wọ́n á pín sí méjì fún àwọn méjèèjì. So màmá yẹn wà á divorce wà ra kẹrẹ wà á kúrò ní for her own peace títí àwọn ọmọ yẹn first born wed second born wed so oku third born and the last child. Now màmá yẹn ti wá rí màmá yẹn ó yẹ kí màmá yẹn kó retire ní at the age of 65. She now said mo ti ṣiṣẹ́ mo ti di owó jọ mo ti kọ́lé sí Naija mo ti ṣe factory àwọn drinks mo ti ṣe sí Naija ó ti wò pé okay social security mi wọ́n ti lè máa fún wọn ní social security because ó yẹ kó retire at the age of 65 or 67 ẹ tó máa wà entitled fún social security. Ẹ lè gbà but kò ní tó yẹ tó yẹ kẹ́ máa gbà tẹ́ bá pé 67 or 65. You understand? But ṣe mo pa máa tún níbi mímọ̀ bí a máa ṣe ní UK 401k
pension
every month. So when the woman sit down, she did her calculation. Some other revenue, go see. Oh, okay. At least she might buy 4,500.
Imagine every month.
She be like probably 6 million naira. She just pack all herself. That Ode Naija only omodo, only driver.
Gbogbo ẹ̀ ń gbádùn ọjọ́ alẹ́.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ara enjoy life. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀dẹ́ ṣoríire because ó fi ọgbọ́n ṣe. I understand. So the only advice mo máa kàn sọ bí ọmọ.
Thank you so much. Ọgbọ́n kan lẹ ẹ kọ́ wa o. Ṣé ẹ ń gbọ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa? It's just for us to learn from others.
And ṣé mọ̀ pé nígbà yẹn wọ́n jọ ń ra gbogbo everything but bàbá yẹn máa ta ni. Ìgbà tí màmá yẹn ò jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé òun ra ẹ̀.
Òun ọ̀rá ń ṣe tòun sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan.
Ó wá ra àwọn ilẹ̀ yẹn pamọ́ ó ń ra gbogbo ẹ̀ pamọ́ kò jẹ́ kó mọ̀ tó bá ti lè mọ̀ báyìí ó máa sọ dìjà ni ọtí tí àyẹ̀ bá tà ọtí tí àyẹ̀ bá tà láyé wàá jẹ́ kó mọ̀ láyé wàá ra ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ilẹ̀ tí màmá yẹn rà pamọ́ nígbà yẹn ìgbà tí màmá yẹn fẹ́ lọ Nàìjíríà she sold them olófin wá kọ duplex tó gbé. Ṣé I understand now ó wà ọ̀rá ń gba the savings téèyàn máa tó máa yọ lórí owó èèyàn tẹ́ bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ yàtọ̀ sí social security.
Thank you, Baseki. Help us to power tap and gift, please, because the life is just stagnant. That's why they keep giving us restrictions, please.
So the only other thing you call me around
thank you.
Marriage to perfect. And to bá jáde tó bá sọ wípé my marriage is the most best. No. Wọ́n tàn yàn ni.
Ọgbọ́n la gbọ́dọ̀ máa fi ṣe.
Ọgbọ́n tí ò bá ti sí violence bẹ̀. Tí ò bá sí pé wọ́n ń gbára wọn lójú lọ́la. Tó bá ti fẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ tó fẹ́ bíyàn ní rọra máṣọ ẹ̀ kó jáde má fẹ́ tí gbọ́ débi tó máa bí ẹ nínú. Nǹkan téèyàn ò bá mọ̀ kò ní í dùn yàn. Má fẹ́ tí gbọ́ ṣe tí o lè sẹ́ ọgbọ́n tí mo kọ́ lára màmá yẹn ni. And she's really enjoy her life.
Thank you, Ejire. Thank you.
The funnest part because I'm very, very close to them. Church kan náà wà ní ilé àti church kan náà ló wá jọ ń lọ. So bàbá ò kúrò ní church, màmá ti kúrò ní church.
Màmá ti wà Naija.
Màmá ti wà Naija, so màmá ò lè wá church. Bàbá ti wá lọ fẹ́ ọmọ kékeré kan ní London. Tí bàbá wa gbé wá sí.
Ìyá máa jẹ bàbá gbẹ̀yìn ní pẹ̀lú ọmọ tó lọ gbẹ̀yìn.
Bàbá wa gbé ọmọ wá sí London.
Sí Amẹ́ríkà.
Sí Amẹ́ríkà. Ọmọ yẹn náà máa rí dìkìrì ní church máa ṣe àwọn ọmọ.
Wọ́n á máa lo ọmọ mọ́ bàbá lára gbẹ̀yìn ni.
Kẹ́ mọ́ ìgbà tá a máa padà gbọ́ sórí ọmọ pé àwọn ọmọ London tó máa ń gbẹrù lórí àwọn bàbá.
Bàbá ní bàbá. N tọ́ máa hẹ́ǹdì sí láìfún wọn náà nìyẹn, ṣé rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Bàbá ju màmá lọ. Màmá ti retire at the age of 61.
bàbá ṣì ń ṣiṣẹ́ bàbá ṣì ń faṣẹ́ kiri.
yé nítorí ọmọ tó ti ẹ̀gbẹ́ sílé àtọ́jú ẹ̀.
ṣé wàá mọ the funnest part ni pé ìyá yẹn wá kọ̀ kó wá divorce.
ọgbọ́n tó wà níbẹ̀ náà nìyẹn ìwọ anógò divorce kó wá gbowó.
bàbá ti fáìlì divorce pa.
ìyá ò ní gbà.
ìyá ní ìgbà tó bá ti rìtáyà a máa wá ṣe divorce máa wá wòye táwa méjèèjì.
ṣẹ́gi
ẹnìkankan tó jẹ́ ẹnìkankan ń gbèsè.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
ìjẹ́ ní gbèsè èmi náà ló jẹ́ gbèsè. wọ́n á máa ṣe láìpẹ́ àwọn ọmọ and the kids are
doing well. Can you imagine?
To God be the glory. To God, some of their child ó ti ra urgent care. Ọmọ yẹn urgent mi mọ̀ bí urgent care wà ní UK. Then pé urgent care it's like
bí àwọn nurse on call.
Health care. Kò sí ní UK bí health care. Then pé tẹ bá fẹ́ rí doctor. Pé sẹ̀tẹ̀ ṣe máa lọ sí bóyá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa bóyá mẹ́ta doctor ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa lọ sí màá jẹ́ ẹ lè wọ bẹ̀ urgent care wọ́n á tẹ̀ sí.
àwọn ọmọ yẹn ti rà á.
àwọn ọmọ méjì wọn ti rà á síbí báyìí àwọn yẹn ń ṣe láìpọ̀ tẹ́ and everything is going fine. Bàbá máa pa àwọn ọmọ lẹ́mẹ̀wàá I'm broke.
Kí bàbá máa broke ìgbà tó ti gbẹ́lẹ̀ sílé.
Àwọn ọmọ working. So why do you need money? What do you need money for? My house rent and my mortgage. You know my mortgage. You know my mortgage. I need to pay. I'm the only one paying mortgage now. Mom is not paying mortgage. My mom is not living there. How's she going to pay? Yes, you understand. So come on, Shanua. O si bo ọgbọ́n. So bá ti ṣe ànara wa àlùpàmbẹ ò tí ò sí. Èèyàn ra fọgbọ́n máa ṣe. Obìnrin náà dẹ̀ dúró lórí ẹsẹ̀. Make sure you are working. When you are working, kò sọ́kùnrin tó máa fi àjẹyàn ọkùnrin yẹn tó fi àjẹyàn àrò lẹ́ẹ̀mejì.
Thank you so much sis honestly I really wo ọgbọ́n lẹ wá kọ́ wa ń bí gbogbo à ń kọ́gbọ́n náà ni ó fi ẹ ṣe gan ni for us to be smart ẹ mọ̀ kó máa ń sọ ńgbà míì ẹ mọ̀ kó máa ń sọ it depends on the relationship it depends on what you are going through everyone's situation is not the same shey you understand. Some men want to complain and we can treat that another time wípé àwọn obìnrin máa ń lọ kọ́lé wọn ò ní jẹ́ kí ọkọ wọn mọ̀ you understand wípé nítorí ẹ̀ so many men gan wọ́n máa ń fẹ́ wá ṣe wàhálà. Unity.
Hello.
Good evening ma. Yes ma. Good morning ma.
Ṣé morning ni evening lọ́dọ̀ tiwa.
Morning ló ti di after 12 la bí so morning ni.
Okay.
Go on ma.
Àkùṣe ni.
Yes ma ẹ ṣe gan ma.
Lẹ́mọ̀ mọ́ mi
Adébùkọ́lá.
Adébùkọ́lá ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́mọ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣì wá ń bẹ̀.
Wọ́n ń gbọ́ yín ṣá ó dà pọ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ bóyá wọ́n ṣá.
All right, so àwọn ni ọ̀rọ̀ wọn interest me because that's what I do for a living anyways.
God bless you ma.
In the morning I do like assessing families, attending to court issues and trying to bring up kids out of unsafe situation. Like I speak to you now. Okay, my problem ọ̀rọ̀ yín.
Ǹjẹ́ kí sáré gbó mi ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Lema.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, so mo gbọ́ gbogbo àlàyé tẹ́ ṣe yẹn. So again, this is what I do for a living for several years now. I live in Massachusetts and I work with the states protecting children and families. So that being said, gbogbo àlàyé tẹ́ ṣe yẹn mo listen sí some of it. In tẹ́mi kàn máa advice yín bẹ̀ ni pé bẹ́ ṣe sọ ní abiyamọ ní ẹ̀dẹ̀ wà concern pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ yín Ọlọ́run á fún yín ní èrè ẹ̀dẹ̀ lórúkọ Jésù gbogbo ẹ̀ máa níyànjú. So in tẹ́ máa ṣe ni pé because of the bẹ́ ṣe sọ pé issue pẹ̀lú ìyàwó wọn neither is the perpetrator neither he was being accused or he actually did the domestic violence. Ìyẹn máa impact àwọn ọmọ yín láti lè gba custody àbí kò yé yín because he has to ẹ bá tiẹ̀ pé social services sí kéèsì yẹn ń sìn wọn ní fún ọmọ yín ní custody direct báyẹn except pé he is doing some kind of work like a parenting skills even though pé wọ́n need àbí wọ́n need that would be a recommending services tán máa ní pé kán ṣe kán tó lè qualify láti gba custody àwọn ọmọ yẹn. wọ́n máa ṣe bí anger management, wọ́n máa ṣe trauma informed in regards of addressing domestic violence tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Neither is the one to abuse or is one that abuse his party. So all of that normal require that we only were qualified to be have a parent. Exactly. Thomas le gba parental right and one more. So that being said, poverty ò kì í ṣe reason tíjọba ṣe máa ń gba ọmọ lọ́wọ́ yẹn bóyá ọmọ yẹn pa $50 or whatever as long as tó bá nílé, because there are social services that can continue to support bóyá kó fún lóyún full stamp àbí section 8 or whatever. So but ìtẹ́yìn lè lò in a situation like this as a concerned grandmother, òun ni pé kẹ́ try láti get social services involved. Ó máa pay yín tó bá get social services involved.